3G's family, what's going on? It's your boy GMS. You know I had to come through and switch it up a little bit. We had to take out that old intro and bring in a new one. And you already know what time it is. 3G's family, let's go. We them 3G's till we expanded. Got a fourth, her name is Binky. She didn't want to change the four, so we still 3G's. But you gon' still see her and hear her on the big screen. Kicking game with GMS and Blackk G. Spitting facts and make you laugh, we the new dream team. You can't compare them other shows out here that's on the scene. Can't nobody do it better than the 3G's, cause we them 3G's. Yeah, fresh out Minnesota, Milwaukee out in Florida. We your ghetto reporters, talking shit that's important. Educating your minds and putting this shit in order. Pull up that holy water, roll up right out the quarter. Pull up to the chat and Lorda. We legends like Richie Porter, but won't find us on the corner. Hustle off this mic recording. We stay locked in like solitary confinement. You can't buy this type of common sense that we providing. Don't need no topics, we can do an hour just vibing. No silence, we riding. That goofy ish not flying, no lying. It's just some real life ish. And if you looking for me, I'll be with them 3G's, bitch. Hey, them 3G's till we expanded. Got a fourth, her name is Binky. She didn't want to change the four, so we still 3G's. But you gon' still see her and hear her on the big screen. Kicking game with GMS and Blackk G. Spitting facts and make you laugh, we the new dream team. You can't compare them other shows out here that's on the scene. Can't nobody do it better than the 3G's, cause we them 3G's, yeah.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Y'all.
Yo,
Happy Wednesday. I had to think
Happy
for a second.
Wednesday. Yeah, had to get back to the days.
shout out to
How
the
y'all feeling,
G. I'm chilling, brother. Yeah, what up, brother? Just came from the walk. I just took a walk my damn self a little while ago. You know,
But he getting a walk right now, listening to us. That's what's up.
True that.
You getting the
T
blood
Fam
pumping
one,
in
what
these
up, brother?
kneecaps.
A-Hap one said that's banging GMS.
Yes,
Hey,
GMS is
appreciate you,
amazing.
brother.
You know what I'm saying? Even though A-Hop looked like somebody stole his daddy whiskey recipe on his motherfucker. Like,
He said, "Not the family hooch."
it's been in our for generations. It's been in our family. The secret is the molasses that we put in.
It's the steal 3 times.
No, y'all gotta stop doing this to me, guys.
Doing this to you. You are so crazy.
This
Shout out
nigga
to all
ain't been
y'all.
nowhere. Didi ain't been a goddamn place. This is a sure sign of a nigga that ain't been nowhere.
Didi, if you are a woman, let us know also. Don't let him call you a man.
Oh, that could be a woman. She put
We
her
don't know. We
passport
don't
on.
know.
And that's her vision board. Like one day you going somewhere, man. Keep hope alive, goddamn.
Thank you, CL. Shout out to you. Thank you for that. So how's y'all last week been?
Diabolical.
Hey,
Hey, this bullshit is like tied to them fucking Venezuelan gangs and shit. Now that I think about it, any 23, any bullshit, they are your ass. He said Ice gonna get AP if he outside with that hat. That's real shit. I ain't think about that. All right, my bad. What was you saying? My bad. I just had
no,
to-
How your last week was?
yeah.
shit, regular schmegler. That's a good thing though. Shit.
We want
Yeah, I mean,
regular.
I was a part of history this past weekend, man. Apparently, you know, I went to the Kendrick Lamar and SZA concert at US Bank Stadium, but apparently they have the highest grossing concert ever performed by a rapper. And first night of the tour in Minneapolis, in my city, they grossed around $9.1 million.
Record breaking. What
A
up,
single night.
Elena? That's what's up. That's
Elena
awesome.
Gomez.
Listen, I used to call her Eliana because of how her name is spelled. But she said it's Elena. So I'm sorry, sis. And it's good to see you in the chat again.
Yeah, shout out to Elena.
And Didi is a female. Okay. She's a flight attendant. See? AP.
So yeah, I shouldn't judge. I shouldn't judge by a small little circle picture. But it's fun, goddamn
It is fun though.
God damn it. Was I right, A-Hop? I use the best hops. Samuel Adams. Brewed by America's people. Look at that.
Does it look like he could have been maybe in Center's GMS?
Hell yeah, he looked like he could have been in Center.
He would have been the first nigga bit. He said, I just want to go outside and just kick a couple rocks real quick. I need to get some fresh air.
In them type of movies, it's always a black nigga that's standing there while somebody walking up to him looking hella suspicious, and they like, Jeffro? Is that you? Wait till they hella on you and shit. Like, like you could have ran 30 minutes ago, motherfucker.
Niggas' eyes glowing and shit. He's like, oh, what's going on?
What's wrong?
Why are you growling? Jeffro, I ain't never heard you do that.
Hey man, no Kanye West, man.
Oh my God.
Oh damn, we gotta use that now. We went from everything. No homo.
Right.
Pause,
no
Diddy, no diddler, and now it's no yay.
I mean, shit. Do y'all want to touch on that at all?
We should. It's
Pause.
a little too. This is how it started. How shit starts.
You want to touch
Just
on
touch on
that?
it. Just touch on it, cuz.
Niggas ran some magazines and say, you know what? Well, let's try that.
That nigga had his dick stuck through the magazine. Like, turn the page. Turn the page.
Yo, what the fuck, yo? Oh my God. Turn the page.
That's crazy, bro. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Dog, nobody told him. Like, I know things out, certain things is self-therapy in a way, but man, god damn, like
telling all your business.
I and then you can't help but to think to yourself, is this another stunt? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he trying to do this to get more publicity? A dick bookmark. Save the page.
Oh, no. Ooh-wee.
You know how niggas try to put their own little bookmark by just folding the page a little bit?
Yes, like just folding it like dog ear in the corner. Yeah.
Nope, you don't need that. Fucking with this nigga.
Man, this is not funny.
No, it's a serious thing. So I mean, y'all want to
it's like here? It's like them greeting cards when you open them and shit pop out.
It's the steeple.
He said, "You want to see my light tower, motherfucker?"
Oh God.
Dog, wow.
Okay, and I guess as we're talking about it, let's just talk about it.
Fuck it.
So Kanye West, right? He came out with a song apparently, or he's coming out with a song called Cousins. But as he announced the song, he actually made a confession that he and one of his male cousins had an intimate relationship. He said he showed like Playboy magazines or something like that, nudie magazines, to his cousin when he was 6, when the cousin was 6. So I don't know how old Kanye himself was, but then he said that he performed oral sex on the cousin until he was 14, until Kanye was 14. So I don't.
They both were the same age.
I don't know, but he's saying I'm feeling like they must have both been underage. Yeah, but he didn't say how old he was. So, but
maybe because Kanye was the one that was doing the abuse.
Well, he said he sucked his cousin's D till Kanye himself was 14. So Kanye sounds like he was a little bit older. I don't know though. And he was saying that his cousin is in prison because he did. I don't know. Did he kill a pregnant woman?
Yeah,
this is crazy.
So he's saying that he thinks that their sexual deviancy as young men or boys really is what contributed to that. So what do y'all think about that?
How do you, they say hurt people, right? Mm-hmm. So if Kanye wasn't hurt and he just found some some heterosexual magazines,
Mm.
and he formulated his own diabolical plan to start sucking Cuzzo off. And he never was abused prior. That shit is worse, in my opinion. I hate to say it. That mean this nigga literally masterminded homosexuality in that motherfucking house.
Oh,
It was, it's different.
That shit.
Yeah, he had
because he wasn't touched. Yeah,
that's what
apparently.
I'm saying. Like what? That means he's gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? That means you didn't do nothing other than what your heart desired, nigga. You get what I'm saying? You wasn't led into that lifestyle. You wasn't abused. You wasn't copying something that you went through. You saw a magazine with bitches in it and looked at Cuz and was like, I can do it better than this bitch.
You know what?
But did he say something about same sex?
No, he said he found
there was a gay magazine.
Straight, no. He found straight, Playboy magazines from his dad. Then he said he went and found some magazines that his mom had that had gay stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
But gay in what way? 2 women?
I don't know.
I still don't equate this to fucking Cuzzo off. Like,
you can't. I don't know. But sometimes
what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, how the fuck do you get? I don't care if it was 13 bitches eating each other in a goddamn human centipede. I'm not gonna see that and say, well, if these bitches can do it, then you go what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're right.
That is gay. That is a young gay boy. That I just heard.
Do give you the ick, right? Like, I've been seeing these videos where people are like, picking on their kids or like playing with their little kids or whatever that are young, and they're like, oh, I'm so hungry I could eat a kid, just to see what their kid. And these are like babies, and the babies are looking at them like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, one of them was like, you need to eat spaghetti. You don't eat me. So it's like, if kids that young can know, we don't eat people.
Kids are naturally curious, man, and they be doing certain shit that you got to check, man. That's why you got to look after your kids, and especially at young ages, they're curious. They don't know much about shit. Kids be curious about their bodies at certain ages. That when they're young, you got to be able to talk to them about that shit, so they don't be going off trying to be curious about something or try something out because they don't know, the ins and outs of it.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I believe that people be born gay, and it's too much evidence that that's the case. Because I've seen little kids where we was like, we knew he was gay at 7, 6. Yep. And then they grew up, this is long before most people was even thinking about sex, but you just saw it in them, and they
it was in their mannerisms and
correct. But then nowadays we have an issue where there's a lot of what seem to be straight dudes getting caught up in some things that just don't make sense to an average straight nigga. Like, how do you get here, my nigga? Like, I seen porns too. I've seen magazines too. You know what I'm saying? I was exposed early to sexuality too. Never did it make me think that
you want to try something like that.
That's like seeing a bowl of shit and saying, well, I'm curious. I wonder what you know what I'm saying? How, nigga?
He said, I wonder if it tastes like it smells.
You was born wanting to eat shit, nigga. And it's the same thing with Kanye situation. You was born with that in you, nigga. Anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, do y'all think that
nothing you can do about it?
Yeah, do y'all think that, like, because some people think he might just be saying this for attention, but I'm like, why would you say something like that?
He does. Attention? Well, that's the thing. That's what bounds does he really have, though?
That nigga was tracing his dick in the magazine. He had his dick laid on the magazine, just tracing this shit.
Nigga got caught and ate the paper. Like, how you gonna eat a paper full of illustrated dicks?
The paper full of dicks. Oh, God. I was making dick spitballs and just hitting my head in the face with dick spitballs.
Oh my God!
Just laughing all diabolical, like I got him in the mouth.
there is a pattern with what he's doing, man. Every time something else catches traction on the internet, he got to come out and say some wild shit so his name could be trending again. So it's like, he was saying a whole bunch of wild shit last week. Then, the Kendrick concert happened and everybody talking about that. Then literally, it was the next day this man did this shit. So he gotta stay in the trending topics, man. And then people think that this is the craziest shit he said. I'm like, he's not done.
I was gonna say he's not done. if you could go that far to claim, homosexual activity with a family member, and you're, a man, I feel like you have no bounds to the things you would
He
share.
did type some shit about his mom. I forgot what it was though. It was some weird shit that they were talking about. He was like, he doing the most for a reason, and I think he's trying to prove a point that you can do or say whatever you want and still be able to be like, successful creative wise and as an artist. But I don't think that's gonna last long. You got a nigga like Dave Blunt's writing your whole entire album for you.
Yeah.
Like, and then Kanye just said, actually, he just tweeted that shit today. He said, I was listening to Academics, and he said that he hopes Dave Blunt didn't write the Cousin song for me and write that in there. And he said, I almost feel like I shouldn't have said that. It's like, nigga, it's too late. you suck the dick, all right? It's out the atmosphere, man. We don't need to screenshot it.
But for years, right? I mean, like, that's not even like, oh, it happened and it was like a weird experience. Like, I did it till I was 14. And now, didn't we have this talk about Hassan Campbell and Africa Bambaataa before?
Yeah.
Like, at that age, what's up?
He was getting thied.
That's how I feel. Listen, in my generation, one of the worst shit you could be called was gay. Yeah. You was protecting your manhood at all costs. We didn't even like dudes who wrestled too hard. Like, you nigga, stop, nigga. We gonna start boxing. Like, stop my ass. Stop trying to do all this wrestling, take down ass, bear hug ass shit, nigga. I'm gonna start beeping you in your shit. Like, stop grabbing me, dog. Like,
niggas just trying to find minuscule ways to get himself close to niggas and
listen,
shit.
Every nigga know a homie that just do too much touching. Even if it's don't let go of your hand to like let go of my goddamn hand.
Every time he laughs, you gotta I gotta grab on you while he laughing. Like, nigga,
or
chill.
every photo he want to bring it in. Like, get your gas away from me, man. Like, just saying, everybody got one of them, dog. Or they just hate being around the females, or they just too fucking fruity. Man, this nigga, I probably told this story before. Dog, we was dropping. It was two cats that used to work with me, dog, and they was like on my direction to the crib. So I let them ride with me to where they was getting dropped off at. Man, one day I pull up to one of the nigga houses, and me and the nigga in the front just talking still, like whatever we was talking about. I look in the fucking rear view mirror. This nigga just mouth open, just looking at me and shit. We had it in front of his house.
What?
No, I was like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck out my car, nigga, you weird. What you looking at? Dog, I start roasting this nigga so bad.
What?
Listen. Y'all can say what y'all want, man, but when you deal with a lot of females, right, and you get to see how a woman is looking at you when they feeling you.
Yeah.
If you think a nigga is looking like a bitch would look, you automatically be like, hell no, nigga, get the.
Dog, that's crazy.
No, I'm telling you, these dudes is fucking weirdos. Like, even the jail culture, the fucking sports culture, ass slapping, like, it was shit that I just never was G for. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. That's why with Hassan Campbell age, you can't tell me you don't know what you're doing at teenage, once you're a teenager. I was fully aware at way younger than that.
Yeah.
We was.
Well, it's also hard for me to. It's hard for me to find sympathy. I have empathy, but it's hard for me to find sympathy for somebody who creates an atmosphere around themselves that's real negative. You know what I'm saying? If you go out of your way to attack so-and-so, or you doing all this extra shit, you talking shit all day, and you creating this persona of somebody who don't give a damn, and you can say whatever you want and do whatever you want, no matter who you offend or who you hurt, then all of a sudden you reveal some traumatic shit that happened to you. Yes, it's traumatic, and you wouldn't wish that on nobody else. But then when it comes to the person in particular, it's hard for me to feel bad too. It's like you should have led with that before you went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have led with that. You probably would have had a lot more people that cared. And there's people that are saying like, oh, y'all are making jokes when Kanye is trying to reveal some trauma. I was like, first of all, y'all don't know how old Kanye was. He could have been the aggressor.
Listen, imagine your son is the little cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I might beat the parents' ass. I might beat the kid's ass and go to jail for beating the kid ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what somebody said that made sense too? If his cousin is in prison right now, They said he was probably all these years like, yeah, Kanye, my cousin. Yeah, you know that's Kanye's cousin. Then all of a sudden, this nigga comes in with this story, and this nigga like, oh shit, nigga like DJ Academics when he was interviewing the Migos and shit.
Oh God, I could see that though.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's embarrassing. Like he don't put the
Probably
man on
beating that
blast.
nigga ass every day right now.
Chicago got some weird stories, y'all.
I was thinking that because I mean, think about
Chicago
R. Kelly,
and New
right?
York, New York too. Like anywhere, some projects, anywhere, some poverty and some projects and some in and out of jail niggas. Like I said, that jail culture shit be hitting home, man. I think that's heavily where this shit be coming from.
Yeah.
And
The jail
then
culture.
all these niggas spending all their time around other niggas all day, and y'all trying to be the oh, we only care about my bros and I'll be here for my bro first. Y'all niggas have Future telling y'all that he'll tell the truth to his nigga and lie to his bitch. Y'all
So being a quote unquote simp is the most heterosexual shit you could do.
Yes.
Loving a woman so much that you simping for is probably the straightest shit you could do.
At least niggas know what you about. They ain't got to question whether or not you like women. So whether you being a simp or not, nigga, as long as you making it clear.
As long as you don't let her do something and come home, afterwards, you got to take her head off. then that proves your heterosexuality. You gotta kill her. If she cheat, you gotta kill her because you're so straight. You don't want to go behind another nigga. You gotta chop her head off.
The simp will never get physical, so it'll be hilarious to try to see him try to check that situation.
Some simps will. Like that's what I'm saying. They love their woman so much.
Hey, B word, come here.
B word.
Nigga said B word. Now,
and he didn't say it.
Bitch,
he didn't say it with his voice too high.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I'm just saying, man. This shit, can we also say that this is now like making sense why he's so talented? Because I told y'all that gay shit is linked to some of the best talent known to man, some of the best music, some of the best movies. You can direct it right back to some kids playing too fucking much when moms and them some kids playing too goddamn much when moms and them going. And now we got some of the best music ever.
Do you think he's gay and autistic?
Hell yeah. Look at your boy, the crooked body nigga.
The crooked body.
What's the crooked body nigga name?
Jamar?
I forget that nigga name.
Crooked body.
No, he's not a musician.
How y'all don't know the nigga I'm talking? No, he ain't a musician, but matter of fact, he do rap. The crooked body nigga that's going on.
Shamar.
Oh, Shamar.
Yeah.
I ain't hear you. My bad. Yeah.
It sounded like you said Jamar. I was like,
I'm just saying he clearly gay and autistic or
no. You insulting autistic people. He is not autistic. Hell no. That
ain't on the spectrum.
Deformity. Nigga just got a deformity.
No, he on the spectrum.
He ain't on no
bullshit.
That's like mental retardation. There's something
that's on the spectrum, nigga. They go from Down syndrome all the way up to goddamn Kanye.
He was born with the physical deformities. He got like that one disease, like crooked nigga encephalitis,
like scoliosis or cerebral
that nigga got triple scoliosis. I don't know nobody with scoliosis that look like that.
Lil Duval be posting him a lot.
That nigga got a rare variant.
hey, what Kanye cousin ain't in jail acting bougie as hell? Like they gotta have some of the. I have billionaires.
No. AP did not finish that sentence.
Gotta have billionaires.
Okay.
Get your bum ass.
There's another side of that. He could have been in there tearing niggas up, and they already know what he about.
Oh,
he said, "Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all heard what my cousin
said? I told you about Kanye.
Get down and lay down."
Nah, that nigga in there. He was the receiver. That nigga in there with high expectations and shit, nigga.
Oh my no. Okay, well, since we are kind of on this subject. Oh my God!
That nigga call himself the Amber Rose, the motherfucking cell block 7.
You see what extraordinary regular nigga said? Get your booty. What do you say? Get your finger out my booty, nigga. You play too much. Cut the light back on.
Dog, I'm just saying, dog. Like
he's like that one nigga. LS fan stuck his finger in my booty.
Dog, used to be niggas that try to fight you, like knee you in the nuts, grab you nuts, punch your
Oh
nuts.
my
Like
God, bro.
little kids these are all signs
Mm-hmm.
of get this little nigga away from me type shit. Like you have to be aware. These kids exist. They always existed.
Mm-hmm.
Even female. Like we got to realize this is big on both sides. And like these new internet channels where dudes hate women or they like overly zealous about these bitches ain't shit, I automatically think they on some gay shit. But I also think when the women be man bashing too fucking hard, clearly most of them admitting to be bisexual or gay, but the females that are overly man bashing, like why are we listening to gay people about straight issues any fucking way?
They don't listen to straight people when it comes to
bitches could be horrible, and I'm not gonna not want to fuck with them.
Yeah,
that's the truth. No, honestly, I agree with that. Like I do pay attention to what is being said. If there's an interesting point or something being made, whatever, but I can never be a follower of any woman that says don't mess with men. Like I'm a heterosexual woman. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I can never not. Yeah, I can never not want to mess with men. Like that's just not gonna happen. But since we are kind of on this subject, did y'all hear about like YG's song that he came out with like a couple weeks ago, where he talked about the fact that he was basically groomed, you know what I'm saying, and essayed by an older woman when he was, you know, a young man.
Niggas be having them stories.
Yeah, and it seems like he wasn't like happy about it. Like, you know, a lot of times
I wouldn't call it groomed, but it never crossed my mind as a young boy to worry about anything a woman could do to me.
I'm sure it did not, but clearly it's bothering him. And I think a lot of men are realizing that no matter how pleasurable it felt, no matter how much you thought this was cool and there wasn't nothing wrong with it, it was wrong for a grown woman to be messing with a 15-year-old or a 14-year-old or a 16-year-old. It's wrong. If she's 25, she should not be messing with you. Like, period. And I think a lot of men, the way that they treat women.
I was making criminals out here.
I know you were. I'm sure you were.
It's a good handful of bitches that need jail time, guys.
But a lot of dudes are realizing that the shit is wrong, and it's affected the way that they treat women. It's affected the way that they see themselves as well.
I don't agree with that shit.
Why not?
Listen, hell nah. That's gay talk. That sound like anytime a nigga that is trying to act like he was abused by a bitch, that sound like homosexual. That's slick gay talk, because you leading into telling us why you leaned the way you end up leaning or why you crossed the line. It ain't a thing a bitch can do to me that's gonna make me ever feel like I was abused by this bitch. I couldn't even come back to my brother and be like, man, she sucked my dick. She held me down. I'm distraught. I need therapy. I don't know if I can live, and I don't know how I'm gonna take care of women.
Telling you,
I don't know if I can love women again. Like, that's gay talk.
Hey, I'm gonna go
think
with
about what I'm saying. How the fuck
listening.
is you complaining?
Yes.
About you can say I didn't like that experience. I don't want to fuck fat bitches no more. I don't want to fuck ugly bitches no more. Or I don't want to fuck hypes no more. But you ain't gonna want to stop fucking bitches, nigga. You ain't mad because you know, like, get the fuck out.
Well, clearly he's still fucking bitches. He fucks a lot of women.
No, he said he having trouble having this and that and that. These niggas be weirdos. This is another problem the only problem I got with gay people is that they try to hide their homosexuality. I don't care if people gay. Stop fucking straight bitches if you fuck niggas. Please. That's all I care about. Stop fucking our bitches with your little nasty ass, your little disgusting ass Peter Weeder niggas. Keep that shit. Dick. I'm just saying, stop it. So that's my only issue. But all this conversation, therapy soft shit to me. I question any nigga that be talking about he need therapy. I feel like it's some gay shit somewhere in there. I question any nigga that is complaining about a woman in any fucking way other than, you know, for example, if you are, I don't even want to say this word.
Well, don't.
Hold on, not a vegetarian. You're a carnivore.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't want to say eat meat.
Okay.
If you are a carnivore, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You taking a risk of contamination, eating something that ain't, maybe spoiled, You might come into some time where it didn't taste right or wasn't what you wanted that time. You're not giving up meat though. Pause. This shit, I should have used a better example. But you're not giving up what you do because you run into something that didn't quite, was right.
Yeah.
But these motherfuckers acting like they traumatized by a bitch. Like, get the fuck.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying as far as like if a man is straight, he's straight. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the situation that happened, like you still gonna want to desire women. I don't think there was ever a time where a straight man had a situation like what YG was talking about and was like, you know what? I think I should try men because this didn't work out for me.
Right.
This a great point that extraordinary regular nigga is bringing up. AP, what if a cougar burnt you your first time? That'll be traumatizing. I agree, but I'm gonna dust myself off. Get back out there, my nigga. I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna wrap my willy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put band-aids over all the little blemishes, and I'm gonna get out there and get back to it, my nigga.
Put a because patch band-aids on this shit.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I meant by you run into some bad things. You always will, but what's in you is in you, and what ain't in you is not in you, and you can't put it in you. If I'm not like that, I'm not like that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But he's not saying that he's gay.
Even when they scrape niggas in prison or in them type of environments, I'm dying or you dying.
Yeah.
If that's not worth dying for, it's only about 3 things worth dying for: your manhood, your family, and maybe your
ass.
I mean, that's your manhood. But I'm just saying, there's only a handful of things worth dying for. So if you still alive, nigga,
yeah,
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't real to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad to you. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't mind it, like.
So I'd rather be 6 feet deep than to walk around a prison cell with air coming out the back while I walk.
I want niggas in hell talking about what you in for. Niggas in hell, what you in for? I had a murk a nigga. Murk a nigga staring at me through my rear view mirror and shit. Told that nigga he was at home.
Supposed to get out in a few months. Now I got life, nigga.
Yeah, I got life, nigga.
Oh my gosh.
They got made him do it to himself.
And again, like I said, I ain't gonna be one of them overly zealous ass, man, that shit, man, get that gay shit away from me. Yeah. Bro, I don't have a problem with gay people at all. I got a problem when they don't stay in their lane. And that is a problem that's happening. Kanye West ain't staying in his lane.
Yeah.
I believe he's homosexual. I don't believe he bisexual. Right. I believe he homosexual because what he just admitted to doesn't sound like kids being kids or somebody abusing somebody else. It sounds like a gay boy acting out his desires on a weaker person and manipulating them. He is the definition of what y'all been calling Drake.
Damn.
What we've been calling Drake?
This goofy motherfucker don't know what we've been calling Drake.
What have we been
I'm trying to speak in code. What the fuck they been calling Drake?
We've been calling Drake a Karen. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. What have we been
certified level?
Oh, I'm. Shut up.
Go put your blind wig on, motherfucker. Don't put your goddamn blind wig on.
I'm sorry.
This motherfucker.
I'm
sorry.
Said,
"Where were your antennas?"
I couldn't think of no better way of really saying what I'm trying to say without saying it, and she just.
Hey, I have my moments. I be slow sometimes. I can admit it.
It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you, GMS, for catching me up because you clearly y'all was right here and shit. And I'm like, a Karen?
White boy?
He has a point. He has a point though, because we don't know how old Kanye was at the time. He didn't say a year. He didn't say.
I don't give a fuck if he was 2 years younger.
Right.
He was doing the sucking. Any
boy come up to me with a magazine and a dick in his hand.
Stop.
He is attacking me, motherfucker. This is abuse. He's an attacker. He is an assailant. He is motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? He's to be stopped.
Kanye,
you know what I'm saying?
So he was the one that gave the idea about the pop-out book. He said, just put it in the magazine and I'll open it like I'm reading it for the first time. And then,
oh my God.
He said, I got you, cuz.
Listen.
The
great one said, next topic, please.
And you know what? I'm with y'all.
All right.
Anytime to get to that point, it definitely is time to go.
Okay. So we
get fellatio.
No. Okay. So anyway.
Guess who's giving some head tonight?
Oh
the
my God.
The great one. Like, I'm tired of this shit. It wasn't my fault. My cousin was very convincing.
Anyway, he's married. But
what the fuck that got to do with it?
Stop. Anyway.
Go ahead. My fault.
So, a lot of people keep making all of these different like Mount Rushmores, right? Of different topics. And I did come across a Mount Rushmore of comedy that somebody made. And I thought that would be interesting for us to talk about because you guys, we all are really into, the comedy scene. Like we like to watch stand-up. We like to watch, different comedians, movies and things like that, as well as their podcasts. So I wanted to see what y'all think about it. So the Mount Rushmore that they made had Bernie Mac. It had Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, and Richard Pryor. So those were the four that was on that Mount Rushmore. Do you think that is an accurate Mount Rushmore for comedy?
Read the names off again for me, please.
Sure. Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor.
Okay.
I think Martin need to replace Bernie Mac.
What?
Ooh,
you would replace Bernie?
Hands down.
You wouldn't say Chappelle?
And you
wait a minute. Oh, you said Chappelle on there? Definitely Chappelle.
Okay.
Never mind. Hold on. But matter of fact, Chappelle shouldn't be on there to me though.
That's what I'm saying. So
Martin can replace either one of them.
What?
And I don't think them. I think damn near Damon Wayans need to be up there over the other one.
Damon Wayans.
Which one, Eddie or Pryor?
No, Damon Wayans. We talking about 30 years plus of comedy. We talking about stand-ups and shows and movies. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I look at the whole totality of what them niggas was putting down, you can't give me Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac ain't had a catalog. He ain't had the time in. Mm-hmm. Is he great? Hell yeah, but there's no way he put in what them other men I just brought up put in. And same thing with Chappelle. Chappelle is they giving him a lot of credit because he is very unique. He is the only person like him, but he not standing up to niggas like Damon Wayans. Like Damon Wayans got ridiculous material, nigga. Like these movies and shows go back too far and too long, bro.
I would keep Chappelle up there and take Eddie off for Martin. And the reason why I say that is because even though Eddie Murphy has a classic or a few classic specials back in the day, he's pretty much the Lauryn Hill of comedy.
Eddie Murphy?
They revere him for his great work that he put out, but hasn't put out work since then.
Who you talking about? Eddie Murphy?
Eddie, yeah.
Because of stand-up.
It's stand-up.
But see, look, if we only talking stand-up, some of these niggas that's so-called great ain't supposed to be up there.
But
so how do y'all want to rank it?
That's what I'm saying. Richard Pryor probably only got 2 stand-ups that still hold up to this day, and they barely holding up. Same thing with Eddie. That's what I'm saying. If you gonna stick to stand-up itself, these niggas is gonna get moved around real quick. But if you're looking at their whole career of comedy and laughter, that's why Martin got to be on there. There ain't never gonna be a show like Martin. There ain't never gonna be what he put down on Def Comedy Jam. Even without only him having a handful of stand-up specials, he came on every fucking Friday night on Def Jam and was funnier than every goddamn legendary comedian that came up there before him. He was just hosting, and he would kill them shows better than them niggas.
So
Yeah.
so what criteria should we base this off of? Just stand up?
I think it should be everything
as a whole. As a whole.
Yeah, do it as a whole because
as a whole, then Eddie can't go nowhere there.
Yeah, as a whole, it's got to be movies and their stand-ups because you got to think about this too. We can do stand-ups too.
Bernie ain't got stand-ups, but king of comedy.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
Y'all can't say he put time in if he ain't got no lasting material. They don't got no material lasting. He got more movies. He a good argument, but it's only 4 niggas on there, right?
It's only 4. Yeah.
And I don't think Bernie can make the cut.
Okay, so if we're talking stand-up and any TV shows that they did, any movies, like everything all together.
Well, then Jamie got to go up there. Jamie got to go. If we talk
Jamie
about everything,
gotta go.
Listen,
I'm glad you brought him up because it didn't cross my mind. Jamie is above fucking Bernie and goddamn Chappelle.
If we talking overall, because that's why I be getting mad about the opinion that Corey had when he says that Dave Chappelle is only better in movie, like he only knows him as like the for movies and not really stand up. Well, not know him for that, but like he's better in movies. I'm like, Dave ain't never had a blockbuster movie where he killed it in a major role and made us, what I'm saying, he has some cult classics that he featured in, but it wasn't no Dave. He wasn't no, it wasn't no star movie type. He wasn't in like that Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy type, film streak. He didn't have that. It was
like goofy characters.
But let's say who for sure got to be on there, and then we'll argue the rest. Because I think Richard Pryor has to be on there.
Okay.
Because he another one that you can watch his movies. I don't give a fuck how young you are. Go watch Hear No Evil, See No Evil, or go watch my fucking Moving or fucking Toy or fucking like any of his fucking movies. You gonna laugh your motherfucking ass off. Go watch the Mac. You gonna laugh your fucking ass off. He did sketch comedy. He did his stand-ups. He did too fucking much. So Richard gotta go on there, I believe.
Okay.
See, now I agree with LR Realist because this will be the hardest thing to complete because Mount Rushmore is not enough slots, and there's not. You can bring up people's work, but it being subjective, you're never gonna get that. You're never gonna get the lineup right. You're never gonna get.
It's like top 5, same type of thing. Even it's just 4. Which way is what is that? Is
that's
that
another Eddie Murphy? Richard Pryor. When I tell y'all, I'm not joking. You can go watch any fucking Richard Pryor movie and you're gonna be fucking rolling. I don't give a. Even he had a small role on Superman. That nigga was funny. He one of the ones that even in interviews, like I always say this, you could tell who really funny when they just get interviewed. Mm-hmm. That's why I give Mike
funny.
Yeah, I give Mike Epps a lot of credit because people don't love his stand-up because he repeats a lot. But that motherfucker got some classic jokes, and when he just talking and he just interviewed, another level.
Funny. That's like Damon. Damon Wayans had me rolling.
Those be our favorite friends too in real life. The nigga that's just funny, like just naturally funny all the fucking time. Everybody want this nigga to pull up to the spot, or everybody want to be around this nigga all the time because he make everybody laugh. That's Richard Pryor. That's Bernie. That's Mike Epps. That's Jamie.
Yeah,
that's
AP
Martin.
Is like that. That's why everybody like AP. Obviously he ain't going on Mount Rushmore, but like he's got that, that naturally just funny. It's just funny. Just say shit.
But that's kind of why I be needing that from the comedian because I'm like, you're supposed to be a comedian. I know niggas in the street that's funny as a motherfucker. So if you're not funny off the rip, then I don't care how much you write. I don't care how much people write for you. That don't make you funny if you're not really funny. You know what I'm saying? It's too many people that just around the way that's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? One of the funniest motherfuckers I knew was this bitch in school. She roasted the fuck out my ass. This is probably the most traumatizing shit I ever did. Man, we going back and forth. I'm killing her at first, but once I lost the room, it was fucking over. That bitch went in another 10 minutes on my motherfucking ass. I never knew what I was doing to other people. That was the first time I found out what it felt like. For my fucking soul to leave my body and shit. That bitch roasted the fuck out my ass.
Hey, this is what Money Mars says for his. He says Eddie, Martin, Richard, and Bill Cosby.
I can't do Eddie, man. I can't. Bill ain't bad, but I can't do Eddie. Somebody brought up Sinbad earlier. Sinbad is somebody who you really got to know his material to respect him, but he up there for me. He definitely top 5, top 10 for me, but not the Mount Rushmore, man. The Mount Rushmore means I don't want to see their material gone off the earth. I don't want to see Martin Lawrence material gone off the earth. All of the characters. Matter of fact, let me say this. I don't think nobody did characters better than Martin. If you talk, we talking about Damon Wayans, we talking about the Wayans brothers, we talking about fucking Jamie, we talking about Eddie Murphy, we talking about Richard Pryor, but nobody did the characters better than motherfucking Martin. He did the Dragonfly Jones, the Otis, the motherfucking White Bill, White Bob, Shanae, fucking Grant,
Roscoe,
his mama Roscoe, Jerome. Like nobody did characters better than that nigga.
But Damon was great too with his characters, with Homie the Clown, with the Bum, with the Men on Film, Men on Whatever, with the guy in prison and jail with the big words. Like they didn't go together.
Very good. But would you put it over Martin's characters?
No, not over it, but I'm saying he should also be up there. Like, so the ones that you said you wanted to go, you don't want Bernie up there, and you don't want Chappelle up there. You said Pryor has to be there and Martin has to be there. So that means there's 2 more.
I got to get Jamie one. What y'all got? Tell me where
I got Damon over, but Jamie.
I think Jamie got to be there, man.
No, I think Damon over Jamie for me for comedy.
Jamie, why the fuck Jamie got In Living Color too. He got his own show. Yeah. He got his own stand-ups that are still funny. He's overall talent. His early movies when he was just being comedy, like more comedian, like Booty Call, motherfucking Bait. Like he was a funny motherfucker.
Does Cat Williams have enough work to be put in that conversation?
No. No. Cat Williams is not him. To me personally, other than Money Mike, and he did a couple little funny things, but he, unfortunately, in my opinion, y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. I'm gonna get tired of Cat. His voice, his delivery, I'm gonna get tired of Cat.
Yeah, but you know what? He is, now that you bring him up, GMS, I mean, he's another one of those naturally funny people though too, because when he roasted the fuck out of Wanda on that radio, that shit was legendary. Like, and it was just off the dome.
He does go in that naturally funny category. But I do understand. I understand what AP's saying too, because I can watch like the Pimp Chronicles was a stand up I could watch all the way through. But I think the more he got more focused on politics and
Illuminati
conspiracies type shit, it kind of was like it lost me after a while. But Cat is still a hilarious person. But
Cat funniest shit to me was when he was on My Wife and Kids.
I remember that. Yeah,
that nigga had that little scooter and shit, call it Hatasalis or.
He had a great role on Atlanta too. I liked.
He was good on Atlanta.
That was great.
He was. Shout out to Joe Thompson.
We talking about people who have too much to compare to. That's why I can't give him that.
It was what do you call it? Roles, supporting roles, not the he wasn't
not his show
actor. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Joe Thompson.
I want to put fucking George. I mean, my nigga, Witherspoon. Why the fuck?
John Witherspoon.
I damn near want to put John Witherspoon on his motherfucking.
That nigga been funny his whole life.
He's on mine. I gotta be honest.
Really?
I ain't never not find him funny. I don't give a fuck what he doing.
It's like that too. The people that can just talk and you just smiling because you wait for niggas to say something funny. Like that's him.
He be having the shortest roles and the most memorable roles. This nigga was on House Party for like 5 seconds, and I remember this nigga. He was on like the Fresh Prince, Martin. Every time he made an appearance on anything, Boomerang was fucking untouchable with that. The Friday movies, like
Wayans brothers.
The Wayans brothers is pops. Like you cannot tell me, dude. Even Black Jesus, like anything he touched, he is a what's my shit with Eddie Murphy, Vampire in Brooklyn, like
Oh yeah,
Soul Plane. Like anytime this nigga is on the screen,
Fridays, man.
he is gonna have you fucking rolling, man.
He did and you could tell he improvs a lot of this shit, or he puts in his own shit. Like he don't. If I was a movie director and I had a role for John Witherspoon, I wouldn't even give this nigga a script. I tell him what the movie's about, what your role is, and he gonna give us the best performance of his life.
He had the one eye on fucking Martin. It's like, you told my eye. I'm telling you, dog. Like this nigga, or on Pops when he said he used to sing and shit. Yeah. He used to be in a singing group on the Wayans Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Going through the night.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I'm holding you tight.
It's my love going bang bang bang.
Oh my God,
I love that dude.
You making me want to watch that again. Listen, did you see CL? Not CL. I'm sorry. What's our boy named Simo?
Yeah.
Had this question for y'all. I hear y'all discussing male comedians. Ain't no lady worthy.
Not on no top 4, my nigga.
I was gonna say I can't.
Top 5,
I can't think of one. Like I honestly cannot think of
it's not
one
that there's no
that would
funny
be
female
up
comedians,
there.
but you know,
not top 4 though. Not top 4.
And somebody else says I want to highlight this because this was something that I saw and I like, bro, I felt secondhand embarrassment when I seen this shit, and it's hard for me to even watch the whole shit. But when Jamie did that shit to that nigga Doug, do y'all remember that shit? They was at a roast.
Yeah, Doug, the Emmett Smith roast.
Bro.
Dog.
I wouldn't have stood up there as long as he did, nigga.
Dog should have killed you.
I would have left.
That was shown to me, and I was like, "Oh!" I felt embarrassed, and it was like 10 years later when I saw
my heart
it.
hurt. I said, "Ouch!"
He destroyed that. Doug Williams, I think his name was Doug Williams.
He never recovered from that.
You can't recover from that.
Okay,
that's how you again. Jamie Foxx is on another fucking level, man. And same thing, and even the Foxhole, but that's fucking them old radio shows. Dog used to be a fool on there.
Oh shit!
I'm your conscience. Did I just say another joke that didn't go over well? maybe we should get back to Emmett. Do we have any jokes for him?
Oh my God. Okay, so is the top 4, I mean, in GMS, let me know if there's anybody on your list that you want to change out of this. Yeah. But it sounds like what AP is saying, and you were kind of saying too, it would be Richard Pryor, Martin, Jamie Foxx, and I forgot who the 4th was.
I mean, we didn't take Eddie off yet, but I don't even know if Eddie need to be up there. Y'all got to convince me about Eddie Murphy. I know what he did.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all got to convince me.
It's the work, man. And even with some of the movies that failed, he still had a lot of funny moments in those movies. And
you don't think Norbit was funny? Norbit was funny as hell to me.
If y'all not bringing up the 80s and 90s with Eddie, you're going to start falling short.
You don't think Coming to America was funny?
Coming to America is 80s. So it's Trading Places. So it's motherfucker, like his best work was in the 80s and 90s. Nutty Professor. All that shit is the 80s and 90s.
But Richard Pryor is dead, but most of his stuff was in the 80s, wasn't it?
He became more commercial, man. That's all that was.
Richard Pryor was killing it till he died.
Okay.
Till he could no longer perform because of his disease, he killed it up until the end.
Okay, so I was saying for me, Damon should be on there. Y'all weren't saying Damon, so it sounds like we still have one slot. GMS, are you saying Eddie should stay on yours?
Yeah, I think.
I'm okay with it.
I would prefer to have Bernie on there.
Okay,
so I don't see how y'all can justify Bernie over fucking.
I'm just saying that personally because Bernie has been somebody who, I mean, just like John Witherspoon, he's somebody who it don't matter what he's saying, what he's talking about, I'ma laugh because the shit is hilarious. I think he's just that funny.
You know what? Now that you brought back John Witherspoon name, I want John over there fucking Eddie and fucking Bernie. Reminded me of this nigga.
Okay, so that's your 4. So your 4 is John Witherspoon, Martin, Richard Pryor, and
Jamie.
And Jamie.
What, okay. and then his is Bernie and in Eddie's spot, right? GMS.
Yes.
And what you got, Binky?
I was just listening to you. Okay, so I
You
have
like just niche.
no,
Precious Hall.
no. For me,
Camaro White.
I told y'all I want Damon Wayans on mine. I do want him on mine. So I have Damon, Martin, Jamie, and Bernie Mac for my fourth.
All right, I ain't
Those
mad
are
at
my
none of y'all shit. By the way, I just need people to justify it. Don't just throw names out. Give me some justification. I think y'all did good with that.
I feel you. What about Chris Rock though? None of us mentioned him, so I don't know.
Ain't nowhere
Nah,
near that motherfucker.
I can't.
He had bigger and blacker and motherfucking. He had like 2 dynamic stand-ups, and then his roles was you know what I'm saying.
A lot of the times, it felt like he was trying to force the funny. That's to me. To me, it seemed like Chris Rock was the type to, most of the time try to force the funny. I didn't like his delivery sometimes because
his best friend is Jerry Seinfeld, nigga. What do that tell you, motherfucker?
Jerry,
that's his best friend.
Oh my gosh. All right, cool. I like that. I enjoyed that conversation. I'm gonna figure out how to make one of those AI pictures. I'll put it up for all 3 of our different choices. So I'll go back and watch this and make sure I note them down. Okay. So since we're on the subject of like top this and that and Mount Rushmores, can we talk about Black directors now?
Yeah, let's do that.
Since we're going to talk about Sinners in a little bit, but I want to talk about our directors. Like, who do y'all feel like are the top Black directors that we've had? Like, who would be on your Mount Rushmore for that?
The Hughes brothers, John Singleton. Spike had a good moment, but he went a little left for me. Mm-hmm. And shit, that's all the ones I know other than Ryan Coogler and motherfucking
Mario Van Peebles.
Oh shit, Mario Van Peebles. He only got 2 movies I could give him though.
Robert Townsend.
Robert motherfucking Townsend. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. I got Robert Townsend on my shit. He on my shit.
Singleton.
Yep.
The
Hughes brothers.
I'll put Ryan Coogler in there. I'll put Ryan Coogler in there because he's from Fruitville all the way up until what he's doing now. He's made incredible films. You can't. But if we, and I'll say this, I know we just talking films, but if we talking directors in general, I'm putting Hype Williams in that motherfucker.
Well, we are talking films. I mean, he only had Belly, I think, right? As a film.
Oh, and I'm putting Dame Dash in there for hood films.
Paid in Full was good, but I don't know that he directed that.
I be trying to always speak up for Dame, and I ain't gonna put his ass.
But I'm not. I was joking about Hype Williams, but because I love music videos. But I would put Jordan Peele in there as well. Oh no, yeah, Jordan. I'll put Jordan in there, and then I'll put Cube in there.
What about Antoine Fuqua? He did Training Day. He did. Trying to think what else. I didn't
know he was Black. I thought I was an Asian all this time.
He was married to Layla Rashawn. I mean, he is married to Layla Rashawn.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a Black man. Yeah, that's an old girl from Harlem Nights, right?
Mm-hmm.
Singleton, Ryan Coogler, Peele, and Cube. That's my 4.
If we talking Mount Rushmore shit again, I gotta go. Robert Townsend, John Singleton, the Hughes brothers. Shit, I ain't putting Ryan Coogler on there. He fucked up Black Panther 2.
I knew you was gonna say that shit.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing.
You know what? Niggas would have water bombed you out Milwaukee, motherfucker.
Somebody did water bomb this raggedy ass motherfucker time. But you know what? That nigga fucked that shit up too bad. He had a fucking. They gave this nigga the golden goose.
Here you go.
Fuck, we should have said that shit.
Here you go, GMS. You did.
No, they gave that nigga a fucking gem right in his hand, and he fucking threw it in the toilet.
Granted, you have to give him some slack because his fucking main character died, bro. The whole Black Panther 2 would have been a whole different film if it wasn't for him passing.
I
So we
believe
gotta
that,
give him that.
but we
It
gotta
would've
go
been-
with
it
what we
would've been
got.
a movie that it would have been a movie that AP liked if he was still alive. AP
Listen,
probably would've
he
enjoyed
got
the
a good record. Don't get me wrong. He has an excellent record. He done put out some good shit.
Yeah.
But I can't take away Spike Lee, fucking Malcolm X, Crooklyn.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Jungle Fever,
He
motherfucking.
did Inside Man too. That was great.
Yeah, he Spike can't be shitted on. Even Do the Right Thing, nigga. Like we can't. Even School Days.
School
ain't
Days,
bad.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we cannot take Spike off the Mount Rushmore. Black motherfucking filmmaker.
Okay.
He probably reason why we have these Ryan Coogler. So him and people like Mario Van Peebles or his dad, senior or whatever the fuck his name was, Melvin Van Peebles. Like these people is the pioneers of this shit. And I don't know if I can give it to Melvin Van Peebles. I need to look up more of what he did.
His work.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so who's your 4, AP?
Spike Lee, Singleton, Hughes Brothers, and what's the other one I said? And Robert Townsend.
Okay, and GMS, what was yours?
Mine was Ryan Coogler, John Singleton, Jordan Peele, and Ice Cube.
Okay. That's
Tyler Perry gets an honorable mention. I ain't gonna lie. Tyler Perry he's put in his work and his time, and I've enjoyed quite a few of those films.
You have? Okay.
He doesn't produce the greatest shit all the time, but he has some classics. So,
but if you've enjoyed it, then you've enjoyed it.
A nigga that built his own goddamn production studio, nigga. I mean,
Tyler Perry deserved to be respected. When we still have VHS, VCRs, we was renting those stage plays.
The plays is different than the movies.
On tape, nigga. Before they had DVDs, I was renting
the tape.
Medea plays, nigga.
I was borrowing them from my aunt.
I'm just saying, like that says a lot that the streets was already. I'm here in Milwaukee.
And I'm in Florida.
Dude, play. First of all, what made a nigga want to watch a play?
Right.
We was watching plays, nigga. This hilarious ass situation, like character and well put together. Man,
we have to give him credit for his
respect, for sure.
Creativeness and his business, his entrepreneurship, right? Because he clearly has done things that I think a lot of people didn't think they could do. Like even as much shit as like Spike Lee has talked about him. When he named one of his studios on his lots, after Spike Lee, he was emotional about that shit because Hollywood would never do such a thing for him. So, Tyler clearly wants to be accepted and he does respect other people even when they don't respect his craft. Okay. I'm not
what about Lee
fan, but
Lee Davis, he does some good work, but I wouldn't put him up there. And I don't know what he's been doing.
We didn't mention Bill Duke. I don't know who Barry Jenkins is. You gotta tell me what he did. Keenan was he got a small lane, but the things he put together was legendary.
The only one I know is
Bill Duke, the nigga that said, fucked up now, right? That's
yep.
It? Yeah. Okay.
What else did Keenan direct?
Keenan did
he did everything. Like
besides I'm gonna get
the scary movies. He
did. I'm gonna get you a second, but he did all of the spoof shit. He did Don't Be a Menace. Yeah.
Oh, he directed that?
Low Down Dirty Shame. Yeah. Anything that the Keenans did themselves,
the Wayans.
Keenan was the one. Yeah, the Wayans. I call them the Keenans. The Wayans, anything the Wayans did, Keenan was spearheading that shit.
I didn't know. More money. You know what I'm saying? I know that was Damon Wayans' kind of like real story, so to speak.
They show just got canceled too. I just heard about that.
Marlon
and Damon, yeah, and I'm like, something like that happening right after getting the Lifetime Achievement Award is kind of wild. But I mean, it's a TV business. It's the TV business. Some niggas get they pilots and shit, and they get accepted for X amount of episodes. But if it ain't hitting, then network gotta save that money. So
and it's on CBS. I mean, I feel like I like the show. It's like a kind of a sitcom. I mean, it is a sitcom, but it's more of a traditional sitcom. I think if they really was more real, like the Mike Epps one, that one just got canceled too.
What?
I think it did because
the
Upshaws, because he's like, I've enjoyed having y'all as my kids, and like they're like, I'm gonna miss you. Like I've seen posts like that, so I'm like, is the show canceled? What?
Well, maybe it ain't canceled. They just moving on because that shit was, man. I binge watched every time a season dropped. That shit, I watched that shit in a day.
Yeah.
No, that shit
I
well
wonder
done.
I wonder why Marlon didn't bring that shit, because it seems like Marlon has a good relationship with Netflix. I don't know why they didn't put that show on there and why CBS.
we both was
trying
to highlight it. Yeah. Sorry, what'd you say, GMS?
I said Marlon seems like he has a good relationship with Netflix. I don't understand why he didn't put that show or try to get that show over there instead of CBS.
Right. I don't know. I mean, hopefully they'll do something, because I feel like with a little reworking, retooling, I think it would be cool. And like, I like that they would bring older like people on there, like, what's his name? Tommy Davidson was on an episode. That one was kind of funny. And then they also had the guy that played Sandra's husband on the Cosby Show. What was his name? Elvin. He was on there, and a few years ago there was controversy because he was working in a grocery store and stuff like that. But he did a good job on that show too. So shout out to Extraordinary Regular Nigga for the $4.99. He said, just before I forget to thank you. We appreciate the love, and again, thank you to Justin for the 2. I don't know if y'all heard me say that earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sidney Poitier did.
Wade Bird, tell us, what did he do? Here's one. Sidney Poitier, perhaps. I feel like I didn't realize he was a director as well.
I
mean, a lot of actors turn directors in
like even Denzel is a director, but we can't,
what
put
did
him
he
in
do?
those talks.
This random. What I want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talk about women comedians and all that, but one of the women who I feel like contributed to the funny of the great comedians and shit was Tisha Campbell.
Oh yes,
like without her,
absolutely.
Some of that
Damon and Martin.
Yeah, she made sure them niggas was shining, and she can hold her fucking own when it comes to comedy.
Listen, have you seen her with her son? Well, AP, you may not have.
I have back beforehand
but like, she's funny. Like, they be on IG cracking me up because one of her sons is autistic. I don't know if they both are, but definitely one of them is. And she just really treats him regular. You know what I'm saying? And she be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, or what is this? Like, and they be going, it's so funny. Like, I watch them all the time. So she is naturally funny as well.
But that's my point. Like George talking about, she not a comedian. We know that. But there ain't a female comedian that I would put in her place in those comedy shows or movies.
Right.
There ain't a female comedian that can replace her in any of the shit she was in.
It's already been proven that just because you're good on stage as a comedian doesn't mean it'll translate to movies.
Correct. And then one woman who still holds her own, and I feel like holds her own, is Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes and maybe Monique can hold their own.
Yeah.
And
Tashina Arnold is great too.
I was just about to say Tashina Arnold.
She is, but I ain't gonna lie. I love Tashina, but she ain't funnier than motherfucking Tisha.
She's not. But she's funny though. Like when her and Martin used to go back and forth,
I agree. She did her part. She definitely did her part.
I love Fat Monique.
Hey, Goddess Robin.
Not this new Monique.
Yeah, I don't know
this new Monique.
Call her Monique. That's fine.
Monique.
Shit. Regina Hall. Nigga, I don't know why I ain't think about her motherfucking ass.
Yeah. Regina Hall too.
You know what? Not even
movies
close.
Are not good without Regina Hall.
Dude, Regina Hall is a nutcase, nigga. Yeah. Like she is the new. She definitely.
I hope they bring her back for that because they got greenlit for the next scary movie, and the Wayans is in charge of that. So
Wayans,
hopefully she's in that.
She should have never stopped. Kim should have continued. But she definitely is one of them ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought of some good ones.
Yeah, that was good. Like, so we did the directors and we did comedy and gave some of the ladies props because even if on their own they're not like straight up comedians, they do contribute to the funny, and that is very important. So shout out to the ladies. Okay, you ready to talk Sinners?
Let's get it.
All right, so AP hasn't watched the movie, but GMS and I have watched the movie. Ryan Coogler, released Sinners last weekend. And first, let's just do the business part of it, right? So the movie, I guess it had a $90 million budget. In the first weekend globally, it made $63 million. Now, that's really good, actually. It's a horror movie, and there's also like Minecraft movie out right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it was in its third week on the week that this movie came out, but Sinners beat it, at the box office, and it's a rated R horror movie, and it's an original story. So that's a big achievement. Now, for some reason, Variety, when they published an article about the success of the movie, they were trying to downplay it, like, oh, well, yeah, it made $40 something million, like $45 million domestically, but it's got a ways to go, before it recoups its profit. And it's like, huh?
Like, bitch, it's opening weekend.
Right.
What the fuck are we talking about? Clearly, it's gonna recoup its money. Yeah. And then on top of that, the reception is getting online. Mm-hmm. It's definitely gonna surpass that number. I mean, it's probably gonna double that number.
I'm definitely seeing number good reviews.
Yeah.
If it's whack, I'm gonna be mad though. Go ahead.
I mean, it's all subjective, but I mean, I'll say, to me, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to go see it again. I'm going to actually go see it in IMAX this time, because when I first went and saw it, I just saw it regular. But I enjoyed it because it is an original story. And, these days, everything's a remake, a reboot. It's part of a franchise. It's a superhero. Right. Like, it's all this shit. Like, they keep wanting to rehash stuff. Yeah, it's a sequel. It's a prequel. Whatever. This was like, it's an original story. And is based on African American, or let me say Black American lore. And I like that because I'm a Black American. You know what I'm saying? And like, right. I like having a story that's, based in the South, that, we know what was going on in the South, but then we also have things like hoodoo and things that people were into. That's part of our history as well. But GMS, what do you think?
I think that, I like the way that they set up the movie, the times that it was in, and like, you don't have to be from that time or know too much about that time to feel some type of nostalgia from it, just from the different aspects of the film. And I enjoyed the story and what they were doing as far as, the transitions. Like, when I say like Ryan Coogler's up there in my list of directors, is because it's how you film stuff too. It's how you set the tone for that scene. You know what I'm saying? And then each section of the movie, from the beginning to the climax to the end, it's like, it does a great job of, keeping you tuned in. And that's what I like about movies. To me, I didn't feel any like dead space where I felt like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to, chill out on paying attention because y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I like.
We are gonna spoil this movie. Let me just say that. So if you want to see it and you don't want no spoilers, like, like mute the phone or something. But we're gonna talk about like what actually happened. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, first things also first. Michael B. Jordan playing two different characters, and it being twin brothers. They did a great job with introducing you to seeing that, because that scene of them, they're passing the cigarette back and forth.
Yes.
I was saying, I felt like that was a flex with the production and the editing squad, just to show that part of it. Like, it wasn't just introducing them, but also showing the audience how smooth that transition was between characters, and you trying to find every little, like, oh, is it going to look digitized? Is it going to look too AI? Is it going to look, is it going to be off? Is the hand going to look like it actually grabbed the cigarette? Like, they did it enough to where you can look and, oh, okay, it looked like they both sitting there. It looked like he got a twin for real.
Yeah, we did say we're gonna do spoilers, so go watch 227. Bring your ass back though. Give us like 15 minutes. But yeah, like, basically, I agree with that, GMS. It was nice to see like how natural it was. It just seemed like two different people that I was watching with the movie, and I enjoyed that. And I feel like, we always have this kind of issue between the church, right, and secular music, rock and roll, whatever it is. And that was definitely prevalent in this. And when the movie first started, I couldn't tell what was going to happen. But when like the guy went into the church and his dad, you know, was like put the guitar down, and he didn't put it down. I'm like, boy, your face all scratched up. What the fuck? Like,
I was
put the
waiting for him
guitar
to
down.
stab his dad or some shit. I was waiting for him to like turn into a vampire and chop his neck or some shit.
I know what it was.
I thought that was I thought that's what was. I was anticipating some crazy shit happening, but
I know what it was. But what do you think about like the the Native Americans trying to warn the white lady? If you got that man in your house, you need to get him out now.
Now I was saying earlier, because I talked to Binky about it, the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until later on in the film that the vampires needed permission to come inside of an establishment before they wreak havoc. They couldn't just, like, if you open the door to your house, they ask you if they can come in. If you don't say yes, they can't come in, or else it'll I think they'll die. They'll pretty much, that soul thing, the whatever ancient ritual or rules that they possess over their soul, it would do something.
Well, they just can't. They can't come in.
He can't do it.
That's just a vampire lore, period.
Yeah. And that was crazy for me to realize later on. But going back to that scene, and the Native Americans coming up to the door like, hey, what I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't know if you should have if you let him in that house.
Yeah,
you better get him out of there before.
I'm telling you now.
And his homeboy was like, he looked at the sun, he said, hey, we got to get back home for this shit. We got to go.
Somebody should have warned Kanye auntie.
What? Listen, but low key,
you let that boy in your house, you better
listen. But low key, that whole inviting somebody in, it did make me think though, because there's a part in the movie where somebody does get turned or whatever, and they're like trying to get invited in, like, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to get invited in, and it's like, damn, now I'm kind of in the mind frame of like, if people are trying to come in, is it because they a vampire and they need me to say you could come in, or
I like how they introduced the main vampire, like how they showed him for the first time. He was cowering, basically. He was scared.
He was
he was terrified.
Yeah,
which lets you know that they weren't immortal beings. They had weaknesses that you can exploit. And of course, the main exploitation of a fucking vampire is the sun, or a stake through the heart, or some garlic, shit like that. But no,
it was good. And like, what I also liked about the movie was the fact that because it was set in it was set in like 1932, I believe, so it's a period piece. And when they're buying the barn, right, what they did was they bought a barn to turn it into a juke joint. Okay, the two brothers, Smoke and Stack, they just came back home from Chicago. So apparently they were up there with Al Capone and everything doing some shit, and then they came back and they had all this money and they wanted to open a juke joint or whatever. And like, when the white dude is there with them and they're like, here, we got cash. And they were asking him like, what's going on with the floor? Do y'all watch these boards or something? And was like, oh yeah. Like, what did you think when they were like, did you watch the floorboards? Did you think that meant anything violent happened there? Like, what did you think that meant?
I don't know. It might have, that was a thing that like kind of had me a little perplexed about why that was said, but I would assume that something happened there.
Anyway, but did you also notice though when they went to that house where the vampire went in, right, where the Native Americans were? Did you see the KKK outfit back there?
Yep.
In the door. And so I'm like, oh shit, because they were saying like, oh, the Klan better not come back around here or something. One of Smoker Stack said, and the white dude that was selling them the barn was like, Klan ain't been around for years.
Yeah, he said they don't exist no more.
They don't exist no more. And when I saw that, I'm like, they do exist. We probably gonna see them at some point. But clearly they was hanging people and doing shit in that house, right? And I think it might have even been said eventually that happened.
Well,
but what do you...
Oh wait, what was that? What was your question?
No, I was just gonna say, but what did you even think about like the whole like having Asian people
Okay,
running the
so
stores and stuff.
I thought that was something that stood out to me is because when they showed up, I swear to God, the first thing I said when it happened, I was like, hurry up and buy it. Like just because I was like trying to be funny because it's like
Yeah.
it's a Chinese store in a black neighborhood basically, or a black city or whatever, wherever they were, and the
Mhm.
dynamic between them was not hostile. It was like they
Mm-mm.
knew who each other was. They were close. They did shit for each other, and to me, it was like almost like a little bit of a play on the whole narrative around stop Asian hate. You know what I'm saying? Like there's this stigma that
Yeah.
we hate each other,
And we
or
really
that
don't.
we have these issues where
They
we want to
hate your
attack one
ass.
another. I mean
But
that could be true. But
yeah,
but that's the thing, AP. Like they would make it seem like it's the other way around. But then
like
black
we
people
hate them.
historically are the ones that are the most welcoming people in the world. I was just watching some shit the other day where a dude was, when you really look at shit, how many times have you as a black person went to a space where there's a bunch of white people and you didn't feel welcome? But let's say a white person was somewhere,
Wrong answer.
walked up to a park and seen a barbecue happening, and they was, oh, come get a plate.
They get accepted in real
Yeah.
All the
smooth
time.
without no bad energy. You're right.
That's our nature. It
You're
is our
right.
nature. Like we are different in that way. One thing I did see though is that honestly that was true to the times. Like the Asians did have stores and things like that because
Yeah.
even though the white man didn't like us and didn't fuck with us like that, they had less barrier to entry when it came to getting loans and having businesses. And what they would do, just like you see in the movie, they would have a white store and across the street they would have a black store. And so like in this movie, you see that they had two stores across the street. The husband and the daughter was on one side, the wife was on the other side,
Yep.
servicing the other one. So
They had 2 stores locked down in that motherfucker.
yeah, they did, but it seemed cool, like you said, it seemed community. It wasn't no animosity, nothing crazy, but it was very interesting.
And you
Now,
got to see the dynamic between
yeah,
the 2 brothers and how they moved and what they did. Okay, we split up here, and you handle this, I'll go handle that.
mhm.
And like you could tell that they have a name that rings through that city, and they have a certain level of respect amongst everybody around there. This nigga shot somebody in the ass and not one person blinked.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like everybody was like,
everybody was still picking the vegetables out of the
yeah,
carts and
like,
shit.
let me look at these
walking
oranges.
into the stores and shit. Yeah, like, oh, that's just that nigga Smoke doing what
Yeah.
the fuck. You know
Just
what I'm
doing his
saying?
thing, he don't fuck around, which I like. But that was one thing I like about the movie, because even though this movie is categorized as a horror movie, to me it wasn't scary, but I will admit I felt eerie. Like I felt uneasy, like pretty much the whole time I was watching it, and afterwards I don't know why, but I just was like, ugh, like I don't know, it just felt off. But it was a
Yeah.
good movie, and I like the fact, again, because it's a period piece and he was sticking to like what really was going on, and it's a Black American story. Like
Yeah.
I felt connected to it. I liked it. And then like one of the brothers, his love interest, she's into hoodoo and things like that. Now I'm not into hoodoo, but I do feel like I understand that there's a lot more to this world than what we can see. And there's things that you can call on and do that people do not understand. And they think it's crazy. But I'm like, oh no, girl.
So
I'm with you on that.
that's another spoiler alert about this movie. He has a necklace that he possesses from his baby mom,
Mhm.
and also his lover. But
Yeah.
they clearly aren't together like in a relationship, but they have this connection with each other, that in this bond and something that they mutually share together with the loss of a child. So they still have this bond and love for each other. But she gave him a mojo pack. That's what they call it, a mojo pack. It's basically to help keep him safe. And he's had it on, and it's been something that's apparently been useful to him through his lifetime, since he's had it. So
Yeah. I thought that was cool, and I like the fact that, and that woman that plays his love interest, her real name is Wunmi, I believe is how it's pronounced. She is a full figured, dark skinned Black woman, unambiguous. She's not mixed, she's not light skinned, she's not whatever. She's a dark skinned Black woman, and she was very sexy to me. in the movie, and just like the way like they interacted, their chemistry was off the chain.
Yeah.
In that little scene, you know, I was like, oh yes, like get that shit. But it was just good. Like you could tell that they loved each other, they cared for each other, but she had her strong opinions because he was trying to give her cash. You know, like, why are you taking this plantation money that it ain't worth shit, you know, anywhere else? Like, here, let me give you this. She's like, give it to me. Like, it's my money. Like, this is what the people are giving me. Like, stop. They
She
need
stood
their
on
help,
her own
you know?
too.
Yeah. And then like when he would tell her, like, no, this is what we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? She would fall right in line with him. So it was a good dynamic. Now, what'd you think about Stack and his woman that was the white passing woman?
She was something else. Fucking, I thought their dynamic was interesting, especially in the beginning, because you could tell like he didn't want to really be seen with her, and
yeah,
you know, and it was almost like, you know, he was trying to do the I'm gonna act this way towards you so you don't mess with me because I don't want it to seem like, you know, I really have feelings for you in this day and age type shit. And I think that her character was very persistent in trying to maintain a relationship, and she played that role well as far as somebody who knew she was in love and, you know, was trying to get at this nigga, but he wasn't trying to go for it. But at the end of the day, they held on to their shit.
They did. I mean, and I think sometimes, and I feel like I've experienced this before, sometimes people will push you away like for your own good, not because they don't love you or not because they don't want you or care about you, but it's like, this shit ain't gonna work anyway for whatever reason that it's not gonna work. And so let me just be an asshole to you so you could make it easier for you to just walk away and move on with your life, because this isn't going anywhere. And I feel like that's really more of what he was doing with her, because I feel like he did love her, but it was just like in that time, like, go have you a good life, because I got my own shit that I got to deal with, and, you know, go on and go back to your white man that I sent you off with.
Yeah.
Type of
he
shit.
Said he set her up with a rich white man in a nice town, nice house and shit. And she's like, I didn't want none of that shit.
No, she just wanted him.
He said, bitch, you fucking the program up. I sent you over for a reason, bitch. I'm gonna need some help later. We need to go get situated and shit. We gonna kill this nigga. We gonna poison this motherfucker. We gonna leave with the land. You fucking up, bitch.
The perception of what they did was they went to Chicago, robbed a bunch of niggas, and then came back to, you know, buy a barn to build a club. So it's like clearly they was on some shit where they needed to find the next lick, and that probably would have been the next lick. Like he would have reached out to her, like, all right, now, we gotta make this work. Where he keep
her
this,
goofy
where he
ass
keep that.
trying to be in love and shit. Like, bitch, I am in love with you, bitch. But not if you ain't gonna participate.
Try to run this play. You still gotta live, bitch.
You gotta be part of the plan. You know what I'm saying?
You mean?
But you know, I did also like the way that, like, when the main vampire like was trying to entice, you know, the preacher boy, you know, young guy, I can't keep forgetting his name, Little Sammy, I think we were saying. Like when they were trying to entice him, like, you know, he has a very nice voice. He's a good guitar player and everything. Like, he's really good. And the vampire's like, I want you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want your memories. I want your soul, you know, from your music and stuff. I do feel like a lot of that is what Black people say all the time, where it's like people want, you know, our rhythm, but not our blues, or like they want our talent, you know, they want all the things that we can provide, but they want to drain us the fuck dry like vampires.
I also feel like
you remember what Reaper said vampires was.
Yes, he did. Yeah, and Corey stole that last night, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but we know he got that from him.
Yeah, exactly. Reaper is the originator.
Yes.
So one thing that I notice about that too, and when it comes to like when I say about like the whole spirit aspect, and when you have to ask for permission to enter somewhere because it will do something to the spirit, because it's that's what it was. That was, you know, these vampires are passing on this evil spirit basically onto these people, and what he was trying to do was try to take Lil Sammy, because not just because he was good at what he did, but the music and the way he sang opened up some type of spiritual portal to what this main vampire was trying to get to with the people that his family that he missed, the people or the different spirits he was trying to come in contact with. Sammy was like the key to opening that realm.
Everything. And and it was like also the way we always hear Like
he basically was Lucian Grange.
Yeah, exactly. Vlad and
Yeah.
fucking whatever.
Adam
the other
22
one.
shit.
Yeah. Thank you. Shout out to Carrie Fraser. Sorry for the 10. Thank you. Amazing movie. I agree. That's why I'm gonna definitely go back and watch it. But like one thing that I like too is how they were saying how like or not saying, but basically enticing people, right? And they've always said that if you've ever been to church and things like that, like the devil does not come to you and be ugly and scary. The devil is beautiful, and it make you feel like this is what you want. So when he started talking about like, why are y'all trying to build this business? Like, why don't y'all join us? Because they're just gonna come and burn it down. They're just gonna try to take it from you. They're never gonna let you have anything of your own. But you come with us, you're gonna be stronger, you're gonna be happy. And it's like you think about if you
forever.
Yeah, it's like no pain, you'll live forever. And you think about if someone's in a weak state of mind, or you tired, or you just like, I don't want to fight no more. Like that could be enticing to somebody.
That'll make
majority of somebody, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
You just named half of the motherfucking reasons.
That'll make the weak motherfucker that walk outside. He said, "Please, just don't bite too hard. Please, just don't bite too hard, man. Just don't bite too hard."
If this movie has some authenticity, them sold they motherfucking shit out.
Yeah,
it would have definitely sold that shit out of their
You stupid. But
and then there was that one part of the movie that I really liked a lot, and I like things like this when it happens. You kind of like break the, what do they call it? Break the third wall, or whatever they say in movie terms.
The fourth wall.
The fourth wall, but not necessarily like that. But it kind of was like there was a part in the movie where they were performing in the barn, and it was this sequence where the camera moving around and panning around to everybody and playing the music, and then all of a sudden you hear the music change and it got remixed and it sounded more modern, and then you started seeing people dressed differently. You started seeing more modern dressed people from this decade and decades before, different different African tribal shit, fucking rock shit. It was like showing different cultures and different examples of Black art and creativeness and culture and ancestry. And it was like it was a really dope
powerful
scene.
Right? It was a powerful scene, and it did honestly make me think about how because AP has talked about this before, how there's spirits in the music now. Like this music we listening to these days, you know what I'm saying? Like it's changing the way people love each other. It's changing the way people think, like treat each other. And that's what it made me think about, because of the fact, GMS, that like you're right, it was showing all the way back to tribal times. And then even all the way up to the future, just seeing like all these things next to each other, it looked like a spiritual moment, like almost like the music is a spirit. It's in people. It's making you feel this way. It's making you, that shit was powerful. That it was dope.
Shout out
the Irish
Ryan
music.
Coogler. Shout out to Ryan Coogler for not watering down the rated R movie by putting some titties in there as filler.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he
kind
of
no
did.
black titties in there.
No,
there. I mean, kind of, but not.
Really
black.
More in the biblical sense.
I want to see specifically black titties.
And I say that because it makes you focus on the movie. You know what I'm saying? And focus on the scene. Like if a titty popped out in the movie, you wouldn't be paying. You forget what that fucking scene was about. You be like, God damn it. I gotta call that bitch. So let me text my girl real
it's
quick.
Automatically a -1 for him. But like I feel like that's what's dope though about the movie too. Is like it's not just a horror movie. It almost feels like a historical type movie. Like this really could have happened. But it's a drama. It's got action. You know what I mean? It's got some like supernatural pieces to it, as well as the horror. So it's not even truly like a horror film. It's a genre bending film. So what are you laughing about, GMS?
This nigga extraordinary. He knew exactly what scene I was talking about. That was a nice looking titty. You didn't even
I forgot about that.
That was a nice looking titty. That was a nice looking titty. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you right now.
Y'all say I'm
that titty holds 2%. The best kind. Okay.
The breast kind.
That was the breast kind. That was an amazing titty. You'll appreciate that part, AP.
Yeah, I was like AP, not me.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow, man. Even with all that y'all said and spoke about, y'all didn't ruin shit.
Yeah, I'm trying not
I
to.
don't know what the fuck going on.
Yeah,
Listen,
exactly.
We're really trying not to like explain scenes because we still want the people to go.
Even
and
if
see
you
it
told me word for word, y'all not gonna see it how I'm gonna see it. So I don't even care. Like when I watch it, I'm gonna see it from my perspective, and that shit is going to make it a good movie in another way for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't get wrong when people try to. I can't have something spoiled for me because I'm gonna take it in the way I take it in. Pause, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm
like
you can still enjoy.
You'll hear what we say about it. You'll see it in the movie, like in the film. You'll kind of anticipate it, but at the same time, you'll still take it in. Pause.
I already forgot how you take it in. Y'all said I ain't even
sure.
You'll remember. You'll remember when you see the parts.
Bro, I promise you, I wouldn't. Because I was listening. And it wasn't computing.
I get it because you haven't seen it, so whatever.
Exactly. But I'm like, what now? What the fuck? Like,
3G's fam, let me just say this: I did my part as a producer. Gave plenty of warning, and say, "This is what we're gonna talk about, guys. Can you please go watch the movie?" And AP, I'm gonna watch, and then go watch. So
we were supposed to go today, man. I swear to God.
I went to the first show.
I don't want to blame. I ain't gonna blame nobody else, but we had left out way too fucking early. We would have had to drive around or kill time. We was like, let's go back to the crib till 1. Man, nigga, my old ass was knocked the fuck out. I was like, fuck that movie. Yeah, fuck that movie.
The couch his head back.
That's exactly what happened.
Listen,
I had ate something. I was like.
Nigga caught the itis.
It was time to just knock
nigga
out.
was drooling like the vampires and shit.
Yeah. I believe it's good, and I like those two guys together, and I like Creed. Like Creed is one of my movies. I'm a Rocky fan though, but I think.
Go ahead, B. No,
I was just gonna say that Michael B. Jordan, like he plays like a real intense. He does intensity good, like when he's trying to act like I'm serious about this shit right now. Yeah. Like he good at that, so I expect that I'm gonna like it.
I honestly think you gotta give that nigga his flowers, bro. Michael B. Jordan is he's incredible talent, bro. He's great at what he does, bro.
Yeah,
like
he's maturing, he's great.
And a long way from, because I'm not gonna lie, the first Black Panther movie, I was a little bit disconnected just because I felt like he could have been more in tune with it, like as far as like how he delivered some lines in that movie, but he still did a great job. He still did a great job in Black Panther, but he has developed a lot as far as like his character development and how he hones in on his character and really tries to be that embody his character. So I got to give him his flowers. Man. He did great.
I've been watching him since All My Children. Okay, he used to be on All My Children. He played a character named Reggie, and he was like 12 or something. And then I watched him on The Wire, like most of us did, and then so on and so forth. From there. But yes, like seeing him in this movie, I have to agree with GMS. Like, I'm like, this is a man. Like he's very mature. He's in tune with his characters. Like even he had 2 different love interests and he was different with them. I didn't feel like I was watching him. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was watching Smoke here and I'm watching Stack over there.
2 different personalities being played.
Yeah, mannerisms, personalities, voice. Like he did a great job. I totally forgot that it was really him, to be honest, which is weird because they look
that make for a good character. If you no longer your acting name and I'm looking at you like you the character, you did your motherfucking job.
It made you feel a certain type of way during one part, you know what I'm saying? Because it made you feel like, their connection, like his characters' connections together, like as twin brothers, like, of course, without giving it away, it's just a part where you feel that emotion when there's like, you feel you're going to feel the connection as soon as you see their dynamic on screen. So once it gets to a certain area of the film where, something traumatic or something detrimental happens, you're going to feel that pain when it happens.
Like one twin say the other twin from their weird, creepy cousin that make good beats.
Oh my God. I can't.
He like, I felt something in my spirit. Like, what's going on in there? He banging on the door. What's going on in there?
His dad got home.
Why here paper magazines?
He said, Kanye, why my magazines got holes in them?
Why y'all turning pages so fast in there?
Oh my God. Anyway, well, one more thing I just want to say about the movie before we move on. It did give me also an appreciation for the blues because I have always been kind of creeped out by the blues. I don't know why, but when I hear it, it does give me like a eerie sinking feeling. I don't know, but
it gives you an old
this
Negro
movie,
spiritual.
yeah, like pain and just a lot of tragedy and trauma. Yeah, I know. And I feel it when I hear it. And that's why I think like I feel that way. But this movie gave a lot of appreciation for that for me. And also we did not mention GMS. Delroy Lindo. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Did his thing.
Delroy.
But he's amazing anyway. But when he's was telling the story about like his friend and what happened to his friend, I'm like, ooh, like he was amazing as well.
She said, shut your drunk ass up. He said, I'm not drunk no more. You better watch your mouth. I said, hey bitch, you better shut up. There you go. This is the 30. She will smack the shit out of you. Shut the fuck up.
I definitely got that feeling.
He said, Delroy, he'll break a glass over the table. He said, bitch, tell me I'm drunk again.
Right, say it again.
I'll cut you, bitch.
Yeah, so y'all go check it out if you haven't seen it. We'll get AP's footnote on it next week or whatever. After he goes to
if you go see it sometime this week, man,
I will for sure have seen it by next week. I'll probably go tomorrow. I'll be honest with you. I'm mad that I ain't go today.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thank you. That was a great discussion. And shout out to the chat. Y'all were great too in there.
Appreciate you.
With your contributions.
I'm surprised a lot of y'all saw it too already. So shout out to y'all.
It made $40-something million domestically. So the people are going.
Part of that.
All right. So now let's talk about somebody that he talked like he was in the 1930s in Mississippi. Shannon Sharpe is now he's having some issues right now because he was sued for $50 million, okay, the other day, and he came out and actually like doxed the woman, basically said her name. So now she's out there and put out some text messages between them. Now, apparently, to me, what it seems like is they have a dirty talking. Listen, when you're on that type of time, you're on that type of time, and based on the messages that he shared, it seemed like a mutual understanding, like we're talking dirty. This is what we're doing. I'm not taking advantage of you. But then audio came out where he talked about he wanted to strangle her. And I wasn't sure, is this still part of the sex talk? It might be. I don't know. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think this is an orchestrated takedown? Because the girl's lawyer is Tony Busby, by the way.
Well, they say, of course, Tony was like, if you hear these messages, you hear these these phone calls, that doesn't sound like it's playful. It doesn't sound like, well, I mean, clearly everybody who is grown and has been actively or have been sexually active know what the fuck role playing is. If niggas like role playing,
you role playing.
Like I said, if your girl tell you to dress up as a police officer and knock on the door, you're not gonna knock on the door, her open and be like, "Hey, beautiful." You be like, "Get down, bitch! Like, get on the ground, put your hands behind your back.
Get down, you stinking slut.
Don't make me tell you again, whore." Like you're role playing, and that's what it
sounded like to me. Now Irene did make a good point. He did offer the girl, apparently, according to Tony Busby, her lawyer, he offered $10 million before she filed.
That don't mean
that was
guilt.
Proven to be
that don't
cap,
mean
though.
Even if it was real, that don't mean guilt either. They used to tell motherfuckers just you gonna lose more by letting this shit out. Go pay. And
exactly.
And that was the whole issue with Diddy. They felt like if he paid Cassie right away, he wouldn't be in the shit he in now. So a lot of people just like, man, get this shit out the way. It's fucked up what's going on. But that's your own goofy ass.
His legal team.
If a bus driving bitch come out and say, AP said he gonna choke me, I'm like, look at this bitch and look at me. She could clearly whoop my ass. So
what?
Sue me, bitch.
Hey, look.
That's why I fuck with bitches that's two that can bench 2 1/4, goddamn it, and turn the shit out of a motherfucking semi. Goddamn. She can back a motherfucking trailer up like nobody did. If you're smart, Shannon.
His legal team responded to that. They talked to Lauren LaRosa. She went and reached out to Tony Busby's legal team and Shannon's legal team, and they talked about that first meeting that they had. They said nothing was ever settled. They never came to any conclusions, or they never came to any agreements. So there was no offer of $10 million, under the table. But like AP said, even if that was true, this type of shit,
just trying to make it
it's
go
still
away.
like just allegations alone can ruin and take away a lot of opportunities. And these niggas is like, let me try to get this up out the way before.
While y'all was talking, I didn't mean to cut you off. While y'all was talking about that movie, I thought of another motherfucking black
Director.
Director. What's the homie that they had allegations of scraping college?
Oh,
my nigga who did the
Nat Turner. His name was Nate something, I think.
Nate, yeah.
Damn, I'm about to look that up.
Look him up.
He was on the road, like on
he
the
was
road.
On his
he played in the Great Debaters and shit. Like he was a good actor and good producer, but just an allegation alone can fuck your career up. Nate
Parker. Yep.
So that made me think of that, and that's the same thing with like getting this shit out the way. You want to clear your name or quiet this shit as quick.
We ain't seen him since, man.
No, we haven't.
Man. I mean, that's how big a deal this shit is. And I think even if he did offer 10 million, that don't mean he did shit. Because I mean, come on, man. If some women come into me about Shannon, first of all, I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Shannon fucking with bitches, like, get the fuck out of here. But then once I realized that he might be, I still think that he will kill you, bitch. Like if he was abusive, you will have so much motherfucking evidence.
He's so strong.
Other than your fucking words, that I don't want to hear this shit.
But see, that's the crazy part about this whole shit too. Like I hate when motherfuckers start telling stories about how they felt either intimidated or they felt uncomfortable, but ended up having whole relationships with niggas. Like
they try to get D Rose like this, and he nipped that shit right in the motherfucking butt.
She said when she first seen how this came to fruition was that he kept approaching her at the gym. She kept denying it, and then she finally gave in. She said that when he approached her, he was like towering over her. He's big and he was intimidating, but somehow that was, after saying no so many times, now all of a sudden you say, fuck it, I'll do it.
But you don't go from saying, fuck it, I'll do it, to having a full-on sexual relationship that continues after that.
Exactly.
For 2 years.
And here's the thing, though, because when it first kind of broke, and I'm reading this, it was saying that he became abusive, quote unquote, after she caught him cheating on live with Michelle. And that's when she alleged the anal thing. So I'm like, so you were
Great
jealous.
Timing.
Basically, you were mad because apparently you weren't the only one, and it's Mad Day, and now you decided to air him out. Oh, I'm not the only one. Now everybody gonna know your business. That's what that tells me.
That's what that tells me as well. And when you have somebody that will move like that, they don't necessarily check on covering all the ins and outs and the different corners of the situation. When you bring something this detrimental to somebody's life, and then you get lawyers involved, I don't think a lot of these people let's say this is a false accusation. If this is a false accusation, I don't think people really think it through about the deep dives that these niggas do in your life. You can't just erase text messages, nigga. Them shits stay there. They can subpoena to get them shits recovered, dog.
Yes, they can.
That's why you gotta watch what you say, man.
I think they can bring the video back.
Yeah,
they can bring it all back. Nothing's truly deleted.
At all.
Nothing. Even when people try to go on your phone, delete shit.
And here's a perfect example of it. Here's a perfect example of why that's true. Something as easy as having an iPhone and deleting a picture. You have to go to recently delete it to delete it again.
Yeah, and
shit don't get deleted. Exactly. So it's like if they have shit like that, just know that whatever it is you're deleting, it ain't going nowhere. They have a fucking iCloud, nigga.
Every time I'm standing over a bitch peeing into her eyelashes, I always think like this shit gonna come back on me eventually. Like you think it's consensual because she likes the shit, but you think like this shit gonna sound crazy on paper. Like my eyes, I couldn't see. My eyes was burning. He continued to urinate all into my fucking iris. I'm
Listen,
like, this bitch.
Listen,
You asked me to do that shit.
You're right. And look, can I read y'all some of these text messages, because Shannon actually is the one that released some of the text messages to kind of, I guess, show messages from her to him.
Mhm.
So I want to read some to y'all. Okay. So this is a text from Gabriella Zuniga, that's her name, to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. She said, I want to put my tongue in your asshole, then marry you. Then she had another one in January 2024. That's my daddy. Something blocked out. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Then she sent him another one in August. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Now, I just want to ask. I just want to ask, what do y'all think he was saying back to her? Because he's not showing his side.
He probably saying this. He probably
Mattel.
Mattel. I'm gonna put a big black baby in you. I'm not Michelle, motherfucker. Well, all of y'all Mattel to me.
He was. I mean, judging by her saying that so freely and so comfortably, he was probably the one that was encouraging that shit. Yeah, I want to put a big old black ass monkey baby in you, baby.
That's probably his game.
Call me the hard R. If you want to call me the hard R with her, I'll put in your ass right now. You call me the hard R.
And look, that's probably why he be trying to like sell it to bitches. Like, my jeans are good. Like my baby gonna have the big thong arms.
You see these muscles? You see these muscles, bitch? You want a baby with these muscles? Look at this. Look at me, flex. I do like this. Look like this. Look at me.
Listen.
You want a baby that look like this? I get a baby that look just like this.
They're gonna have my whole dogger suit, everything.
The green jogging suit.
He could probably fit a pair of my jeans right now.
These ain't tight. Did they have enough material?
Do y'all think there's anything wrong with race play when you're talking dirty?
Yes.
I think it's very fucked up for a black man to allow white women to say crazy shit.
Never in life.
Now, if a black man saying you little dirty white bitch suck this dick, that's a little different.
Yeah, we get some lick backs for our
but if you say it the other way around, that's over the top. That's psychological. That's like, nigga, why do you want to hear that? Like, you could have had her said all kind of shit.
You gonna start subconsciously hearing whips in the background, saying whoosh, whoosh. You say, oh no, this don't feel right.
That's different. Like you got something going on that want that. You know, I done told bitches say weird shit, but not no shit like that.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even have to be told. You just say weird shit. Listen, when you're horny and you're priming up your lover, you're gonna go.
What's the weirdest shit y'all done never said?
No.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I would have to think.
What text message is gonna fuck y'all life up?
Shit, I
don't think I say anything weird, but it's very slutty, you know. I don't want y'all to know me that way.
Dirty shit. It's just gonna be some dirty shit. Matter of fact,
the weirdest shit I ever said. I love you, bitch. I love you, bitch.
He's so damaged. I can't.
This nigga wrote "I love you" and put the throw up emoji and shit.
Weird ass.
I love you.
Wow.
I'm very particular though. I'm like, oh, I love your mouth. Oh, I love the way you suck on my dick. I make sure I never say you, motherfucker. I say everything else. Oh, I love this pussy.
You're not a nasty talker, Irene.
She lying. Irene say shit that she does. She deem it as nasty. Like,
Irene just be making.
I'm gonna roll these hips on that dick.
roll, bitch. What?
Oh my God, I can't.
Oh, you hitting my bladder. Woo!
Oh my God. Oh, look, let's see. Hold on.
It's coming down. It's coming down. You getting to that.
Oh,
you getting to that.
You make it sound like
show your ride. Show you ride.
Ooh, you getting to that. You stupid as hell. Wait, hold on. Money Mars said the 20-year-old girl, which by the way, that's the Gabriella Zuniga. The 20-year-old girl is the least of Shannon's worries now. He's fighting for his life now. It just came out that he also did the same thing to Joe Buck's wife. Now, who is Joe Buck, y'all?
Joe Buck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the fuck.
I'm thinking it must be some sports.
Who the fuck is Joe Buck, nigga?
So tell us who that is.
So
Money
is he
Mark.
like hanging out with friends of his and he trying to solicit their wives or some shit? Or is they tricking him by sending their wives?
He said an NFL player. Oh,
but they might be, them niggas might be setting them niggas up. Them niggas out of the NFL broke as hell. See Shannon still getting money.
Hall of Famer. Let's ask that question.
They sending.
He probably saw him get a Hall of Fame and then seen his little brother get one recently. He was like, "Why these sharps getting Hall of Fame, nigga? I ain't got no Hall of Fame, bitch. Get over there and set this nigga up, please."
Yeah, exactly. They sending them wives over there.
Oh, man. Thank you, A-Hop1. Thank you so much for the 1999. We appreciate you. Thank you,
brother. And that's a hell of a vest, man. Thank you.
If he's still on you, don't change your picture.
That was a compliment.
I was smoking Stack's dad and shit.
Yeah.
We gonna open a juke joint. We're gonna use our own recipe.
I'll take this guitar, give it to my nephew, let him become a star.
Legend has it that the devil taught him how to play that card.
He said, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna live on my side of town and retire off this good hooch.
You settle down, find you a good woman with some big black titties, and settle down.
Anyway, never mind. I'm not gonna. So anyway,
that nigga Sammy found the button, by the way.
Oh yeah, he did. We didn't talk about
found
that.
The button. Sammy found the button. His love interest showed up while he was playing the guitar on the side of the street, man. And then when that juke joint happened, he took it to the back.
He was like, I want to taste you. I want to taste you. She was like, I walked here. I'm like, that was such a human moment. Because women be like, the man trying to go like, wait a minute now. Let me I got to go freshen up, nigga. I just walked in the door. But he was like, I don't care. I just want to taste you.
He said, you ain't got to do a motherfucking thing.
Let me go.
He said, let me get to it. That nigga was a monster.
He's a real eater.
Sometimes men just need to listen. She's trying to save you. She could have just came from her other nigga house. A bitch tell me not right now. I'm listening, motherfucker.
Yeah, she was married. But anyway, back
got
to
a
Shannon.
Whole shit turd hanging out.
He said, "What's that shit dribbling out there, right there?"
I don't know what the fuck she said no for. Because who would turn down head unless it's something serious? It is something serious.
It is. Okay, but back to Shannon. So do y'all think like this really is a setup? Because it's like back to back all of a sudden. Like, it seems like once one comes, they all come. And like, Money Mark just said, apparently a bunch more are coming and not just this girl. But it even seems like when you're hearing like the audio of them talking, it's almost like obviously she recorded the call. She was setting them up. But it just sounded like she was leading him in. And I don't know if it's because he old. He just can't understand like certain things are clearly she's trying to set you up to say this and you're just walking into
When have y'all ever seen a bus driver looking bitch sue anybody for anything?
But
like you act, these niggas go for types that clearly this is their lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's the hustle goofies. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Bill Cosby had a couple of them. I ain't gonna lie.
They didn't look like that when he did what he did.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was 40 years later.
I'll give you that.
So I'm just saying, like, you just got to use your brain, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I want people in a jury to be like, you telling me he paid you to do like, I want them to look at the bitch like, ain't no fucking way. Like that fat bitch that sued Usher. None of us believe that bitch.
Yeah, but Jermaine Dupri was like, he didn't outright say it, but he was like, you don't know how many times I had to get him out of hotels with them kind of women. He said that. So I'm like,
I ain't mad at Usher. I'll be right there with Usher. Like, man, send that big ass bitch over here when you get there. I'm just fucking with you. But I'm just saying, like, they do be going for these like setups. Like, dude, your money does not make you attractive. Your money does not make a bitch respect you. That your money don't make a woman value who you are. Nigga, you is a goofy and she see it and she is gonna play you for that. Simple as that. Like, if you ain't married at that age or you ain't got a down one, you ain't got to be married, but you're supposed to have your main bitch or something to keep you out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because you asking for it. I don't see how they this is the biggest downfall of these men that get to that level of success. How is you not paying attention to everything? I would be recording everything.
Yeah.
Everything would be like so much, like you would have a hard time telling on me, motherfucker. All this shit coming out.
You cannot be the type of guy that thinks that something won't happen to you.
Yeah, and a lot of them do think that. But something that reminds me of something. I don't know if y'all ever heard, like Stephen A was on, I think it was the Breakfast Club one time, where he talked about he felt like someone was trying to set him up one time when he was at like a all-star weekend or something like that. And he was like, and the girls was just there, or they just showed up or something. He was like, oh no, like I don't know where you came from, but you cannot stay here. No, like he was very adamant because he was like, it was too easy, and it was like it just felt like something could happen from that. So he was like, no, I don't play them kind of games. So it's like, okay, so he's wise, like he understands that, like, if I didn't set this up, or if I didn't, if you just show up and I was looking for you, I'm not gonna feel like I hit the lottery. You gotta go. I don't know where you came from.
And I'm gonna be like, if I was super wealthy, I'd be hitting up all like the old divas that fell off and shit, like the Dina Howards and shit, and the motherfuckers
still ain't fell off, by the way.
Brownstones and shit. I'll be looking for Shantae Savage and shit. Like, where that bitch at? I ain't heard that song since '95. I'll be just going through all the old R&B bitches.
Well, you've always liked older women, you said, so just like Usher, he's always liked older women, so you like what you like.
I think even with possible false allegations, man, you got to take accountability for your actions and some shit, especially like when it was said, this is what the claim was. He was trying to get her to sign an NDA and she refused to sign the NDA and he just like gave up on it. I'm like, nigga, that was a clear sign that you shouldn't have fucked with her. The clearest sign of them all. You should have seen the play already. You should have seen your future, man.
But those things are breachable, or they become invalid when crime and things like they got ways around all that shit.
Right, but if he had the evidence to prove that, that'd be on top of whatever else charge. She would have probably got a charge or some shit like that for breaching that contract. I don't think there is any consequences yet for false allegations. These motherfuckers just go on with life after that shit, which is fucked up.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, like, what did Wade Bird just say? These guys are too old not to know the game, so you easy prey, deal with it. I mean,
that's why I don't feel bad for them either when they get caught up in that shit. Like, I do not be feeling bad.
I don't feel bad for Shannon at all. This nigga's a weirdo.
Yeah,
all these niggas be doing weird shit behind the scenes, getting caught up like some dummies. You have all these opportunities in the world, man, and niggas still don't get smart when it comes to a bitch that they trying to fuck. You got all the options in the world. That's the one thing I will always remember. If I'm in a position like a Shannon Sharpe or some shit like that, I'm always going to remember about my options. I better not have to deal with no bullshit from a motherfucker I'm not in love with or give a fuck about like that at all. I wish you would talk to me crazy, bitch. Move around.
My go-to eater would be like fucking Cheryl Underwood or some shit. I'm like, she gonna be my go-to eater. Like, fuck it. Somebody I know gonna get the job done right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
I'm calling Corinne Steffens, man. She takes care of niggas.
No, she exposes niggas. Don't forget, she the first one exposing niggas.
She does expose, but I learned from watching her. So shout out to her.
Look, she takes care of niggas that she loves. She
still has sticking out.
She has an undying love for Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne can call this bitch today. She'll pull up.
Lil Wayne.
How much time passed?
Lil Wayne got the coldest roster of baby mamas.
He does,
hands down. I don't know another motherfucker who had a run like that nigga.
I mean, shit. The man was the hottest.
No, because even his before fame chick is pretty. Toya is
as colder than the fucking famous ones.
Mm-hmm.
What he got? Nidia. And what's the other bitch?
Lauren London.
And
then he has an Asian chick.
Christina Milian.
No. That's the dream.
Her?
No.
Wait.
Oh, when he was fucking her though.
He was.
She in love with that nigga.
Yeah, they were sleeping together.
She in love with that nigga though. She be still confessing her love for that nigga. I thought
the Dream and Nivea have kids, and then the Dream and Christina Milian have kids, and then Wayne and Christina were messing around, but they didn't have a kid.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they. Yeah.
That was the most random shit in the world for Christina Milian to have a kid with the Dream.
The Hamburglar.
random
I
as
don't
hell.
know, but you know he was really hot at the time, and like who
She was
knows
trying
what
to get
their
on.
yeah. And she was a producer, and I think a lot of times when people and GMS, you do music. I think a lot of times, like when people, how I say, like when you're creating things together and you're close, you know.
Oh, I know. Either way, I know that nigga.
It's
I
like
know that nigga was so happy when he realized she was digging him. He said, "Oh damn, I'm about to hit this."
Not even y'all got listen. One thing I learned on some player shit: never underestimate nobody. You don't know what your bitch like. You don't know. He could be shorter, taller, fatter, not attractive, look crazy to you.
yes.
You don't know what she like. Her first experience might have been a dirty nigga. So now she just got dirty niggas in her mind. Like, oh, I want another musty ass nigga.
Right.
Like, you don't know what that bitch
Listen,
been through and
we saw
got her.
Biggie.
There you go. I'm just saying, it's
he
just
was
you don't know what experiences gets her going, because she might
don't
have
know.
flashbacks of that dusty nigga from middle school that made her
Yeah.
feel good. Like, so you don't know what makes her go, and you never will.
She may just
never
like a really talented
underestimate
nigga
another
too.
nigga.
That watching somebody be extremely talented is attractive to some women too.
point.
It
It's like,
is. You
Watching
own the
some-
room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good
You know,
point.
when you're a charming dude and you own the room, like that is attractive. And I know other bitches want you. That's gonna make me want you more, you know. Or if you're charming, or you make me feel good about myself. You know, you don't have to be that cute, and then you're gonna become cute to me. You're gonna
Man, I
become
seen this bitch back up her trailer with no blind. I mean, she worked them blind spots like a motherfucking pro.
What?
I'm like, this bitch is gonna get some dick the way she just back that motherfucker into the
he said that
goddamn-
motherfucker, that whole truck straight in the motherfucker too,
This
straight as a
bitch
ruler.
got- this bitch been hauling motherfucking loads for years. Goddamn.
Hey, you know, to each their own. I mean, do you think though all this controversy with Shannon, because it is getting louder now, do you think it's coming because he was so successful last year and it was announced that he's getting $100 million deal? Like, is this just what happens? Like, the more you level up, people coming for you?
Yeah, absolutely. More money, more problems. Y'all think that niggas ain't suing these people? They got professional people suing them. They got cameramen suing them. They got all kind of shit suing them, but you're not gonna hear those stories because it's not salacious. But
Yeah.
they get sued all the time. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get sued. It could be somebody that worked for you, crashed a car while you was picking up my dry cleaning. Who they suing? The nigga who got the money. You know what I'm saying? So this shit happens all the time. But I think they put themselves in a bad spot.
I think he's gonna win this case because there's too much evidence showing that they were into a certain type of kink.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you know, he just released text messages today between them. I don't know if y'all seen this yet, but she was mad about the sex tape that happened on Instagram.
That's what we was talking about earlier.
No, but I'm saying she mentioned
in the text.
In the text, she mentioned it in the text, and then told him to send her money or else that proved that he was like with the Michelle girl. So she was like, send him something. He's like, well, I don't have cash apps and stuff like that. And then she was like, you got to send X, Y, and Z. He's like, well, I have $10,000 cash. And she was like, well, send it. What's taking you so long to send it? If you must be with Michelle right now. Like, it's showing that she is like trying to get money out this nigga.
The way she talking, she sound like a Nigerian prince or something, you know, like one of them scammers.
Nigerian scammer.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, send it now. Why is it taking so long? Like, what?
Yeah, like, oh, you cheated on me, so send me 10 bands. Like, hey, these niggas ain't nothing but tricks to these motherfuckers.
That's true.
Like,
shout out to Justin
send
for
her
the
10,000. She gonna be okay now. It's okay for you to cheat as long as you pay her.
Listen, they professionals. Thank you, Justin, for the 2. He says Shannon need to hang it up and call D. And D would take the call. She ready to be saved.
Shannon Sharpe, but you know
ready
what?
To be saved.
It's I don't want to hear no more allegations. I feel like even on both sides, if the dude get played or the chick get taken advantage of, bitch, I don't care. Like I don't care. Shut the fuck up. Like stop with this shit. Go home. Walk it off, motherfucker. Like I always thought this about Scrape too. I mean, it's not popular to think, but you gotta be really fucked up or had a gun on you
Mhm.
for me to give you some fucking sympathy.
No.
I don't want to hear shit. If you had a way out and you didn't take it, or you didn't you didn't aggressively deal with it right then and there, and after that, I don't want to hear this shit. Don't come later. Don't tell me shit. Don't tell me how. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Listen, I know that is your stance. I don't agree. I'm gonna just leave it at that because a lot of things happen.
So if you had a son and a girl he was in a relationship with 4 years later wanted to act some revenge on him because she in her feelings, and all of a sudden he's successful and now she's coming for him.
Well, that's different.
It ain't fucking different.
No,
That's
it
exactly
is because you said
shit.
relationship. You didn't say like something happened and
But let's
I
say
don't know what happened that night.
Let's say she come and say she got scraped.
Well, if y'all were in a relationship and you said that, you got scraped because you said no this night and he, didn't stop, I'm still going to stand with my son because I don't know.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean he didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm
the point is, as
son.
a mother, you're going to look at her like, bitch.
Yeah, like you
get
full
your
of
ass
shit.
out of here somewhere. Even if he did it that night, bitch, walk it off.
No,
this a nigga you've been sleeping with.
I keep trying to keep him from doing this shit, and
no,
he just like
I don't
insists.
care. I don't care. I'll be goddamn. First of all, how many times a woman say, like, been taking too long that particular time, and they like, come, I'm finna die. Like, please come. You trying to stop. You trying to finish.
We don't be begging.
What
we
does she
just
say?
we let you know. We
If
say
this shit's
come
starting
for me,
to start a
daddy.
fire, you know what I'm saying? At
Like,
this point, you
yes.
about to start a fire.
Like,
She
give me that
hoping
nut,
she's trying to let you finish, but she can play that against you later.
No,
shit.
Because that's not saying. That's saying keep fucking me till you come. That's not saying
that's
don't.
saying
So you saying it's not possible. It's not possible to scrape your girlfriend or wife.
It definitely is.
I'm saying not without evidence of it. This is the evidence of it. My wife called the police on me the same night. My wife got injuries. My wife, like I said, if you don't act on that night, I don't want to hear that shit.
Okay, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I
want to hear that shit.
It doesn't mean it didn't happen.
You're right, but what I'm saying is you cannot. That's like if my dad whoops us, and one particular ass whooping that I deserved hurt me more than normal. I actually got a fucking broken finger. I don't know, trying to stop the fucking blow. He shouldn't go to jail for life that particular motherfucking time that I was fucking up. You get what I'm saying? Like, and if I felt that way, then I should be trying to get him locked up that day. I'm abused. He fucking me up. I'm just saying this shit is normal relationship shit. And because of the laws and the way they are, you weaponize people to use this bullshit later. It's like, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with the late report.
Come at you.
I don't agree with the late reports, but I also don't agree with saying that cannot happen in a relationship. It absolutely can and does in marriages and relationships. Like, whether you believe it or not, whether you think, you don't know because you're not a woman, number one. And so a man cannot overpower you just with his hands.
Women overpower men sexually, though. So we need to start telling on you bitches, because y'all really do be trying to.
Well, then tell. But you
telling you we ought to stop, or you ain't trying to nut in them. You want to pull out or whatever, and they trying to catch your nut and wrap their legs up around.
But
all that shit is
rape. But according to you, any man that complains about what a woman does is gay or whatever the fuck. So that's your stance, and that's fine.
No. We talking about scrape right now.
Yeah.
I didn't say he traumatized because she scraped me. I ain't say he don't want to deal with women no more because she scraped me for a baby. That's a different story. I'm talking about what scrape is, and if a woman try to force you to nut in her and you try not to, that's scrape. Do you agree or disagree?
No. I don't.
How the fuck is that?
How can she make you? How can she make you
by not letting you out and clinching?
She wrapped the legs around you.
Wrap the legs
locked
around and
motherfuckers
start
up.
clenching.
Hold on,
and
hold on.
wrapping the pussy lips around you.
Listen, anytime a nigga say stop because you know that next stroke or that next motherfucking something gonna happen, bitches is trying to keep going. Bitch, you raping, now you raping. I said stop.
As a man, tell me how much function you have of your bodily functions when you cover this shit. Nigga, you can't just push yourself out. Nigga say, bitch, what are you doing?
I'm just saying, man.
It's the power of the Kegels, but whatever.
My whole point is the language in laws be making for some real hoe ass issues, and a lot of the shit we have to keep dealing with is because the language in the law, not because people are really abused or really harmed or nothing. This shit needs to be more drastic for you to prove something. You need to be able to have a real something you can't shake off. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit.
Okay. All right, AP, whatever.
I know how rough bitches is during sex. I don't want to hear shit
it's
about
it's not about
rape. You bitches be rough as fuck. And
it's not about
if a nigga try to soft pound a bitch, he gonna get clowned. Bitch, I don't hear that shit.
Okay, but that's consensual sex.
Now all of a sudden, but now all of a sudden, because you're mad, I'm just saying, y'all tougher than y'all want to lead on to.
When we want it, yes. If we don't want it, it's rape, and I don't need to be tough.
If y'all don't want it, if y'all don't want it from that guy, he shouldn't even be in a place where he could do it with you.
AP, okay,
if y'all in a no, it ain't enough because you changing the subject. This is about people that are still fucking with each other, not just random shit. These are people that are constantly fucking more than once.
Okay, and I don't want to fuck
you
you tonight.
And done.
I don't want to fuck you tonight. So you decide you want to fuck me regardless if I want to fuck you. What is that?
No. You need to leave.
You
need to leave. And if you stay here, listen, man. You trying to play a game here.
I'm not.
I don't want to talk to you tonight, bitch. But you talking. I'm getting raped. You raping my ears. This is the same shit, the same feeling that a woman would feel with trying to give her man something that she don't want to do that moment. That's how we feel when we have to be around y'all.
Okay.
It ain't fair. We need some laws against y'all scraping our ears and and making us talk to y'all or spend time with y'all or do all of this shit we do not feel like doing. But then as soon as
are we violating your body?
You're violating our everything. You making us sad. You want to make us want to kill ourselves. This is mental. Y'all causing mental stress and trauma. Listen, I hate to say this shit. I need women to
everything else. That was
I need women to understand that y'all are as abusive to us, but yet we don't have no outlet to act like it's abuse. What you acting like you don't want to do your what I believe is a duty of somebody that I'm in a relationship with. I believe
I do believe that the physical act is a lot worse than the mental act, but I mean they do hold weight though. They do hold weight.
Listen, I understand.
You ain't never been sitting here listening to your bitch and you just thinking in your head like I want to leave so fucking bad, but I'm trapped. I am trapped here.
You're choosing to stay there.
That's what the woman doing. Guess what the woman doing? You ain't trapped, bitch. Go then, leave then.
Okay.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it.
Whatever. Anyway, like I was saying, and you were saying like men can't do this and they can't have any sympathy for whatever. But when I was bringing up YG, he never said I'm gay now and I just want to mess with men. He's never said or implicated that. What he said was I had an inappropriate relationship as a young man with someone and it's fucked me up. That shit was not right. He recognized it's not right. And a lot of people were like, yeah, that shit isn't right. Women do need to get called out for that nasty ass shit. And you were acting like he gay as fuck because he feels like an inappropriate relationship was wrong. It was wrong. And so when you try to say nobody cares and people actually do care, that is not true. People do care when women do wrong.
I stand what I said about him. That's fruity. And
See,
this
there
is
you
a
go.
good. I do believe that. I believe that. I believe
That's
a dude
fine.
that's
But
complaining.
don't complain
But
and say
it's
nobody
consistent.
cares.
No, it's
That's all I'm
consistent.
saying.
It's consistent with what I just said about the women. If a woman that was older than me took advantage of me as a teenager or a young boy, I don't want to see the bitch in jail. I don't want to see the bitch getting civil lawsuit. I walk it off because I'm not that harmed by something that I would do anyway. Like this ain't a bad thing to me. It ain't as bad. It ain't bad enough for, you know, the extreme that people try to put it to. Unless she put a gun in me or try to like really or give me something and I know she has, that's a whole nother fucking story. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm a teenager, I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, I'm just saying again, because you were acting like the things that women do, nobody cares what we do, and we can be as bad or nasty as we want to. And I was just saying that's not true. Because when people are calling us out for things, a lot of people are like, that is wrong and fucked up, and that should not have happened. That's my point, and that still stands.
But you misinterpreting the bad. A woman sucking my dick ain't the bad thing. It's her trying to talk to me and trying to have a fucking conversation. That's the bad thing.
Okay.
Nobody should be complaining about getting a quick head job from, you know, whatever. But the bitch trying to have a conversation and hold me hostage, that's the problem.
So, okay, and some people would say a woman wanting you to nut in her pussy, there's nothing wrong with that. And that cream pies are good and sexy. And that's a fucking problem because you don't like that. So, again, you could go down that road all kinds of
They got to make birth control fucking, they got to make a man need the same right to choose, and then I'll be cool with that too. If I had a right to choose, then cream pies for everybody. But because y'all taking away my rights,
cream pies for everybody.
You get a cream pie. You get a cream pie, bitch. You get a cream pie.
I'm just saying, man.
This nigga was the cream pie god.
I'm just y'all act like I don't got daughters. Y'all act like I don't have an understanding. But what I do know is, and I've been around too long, women cry wolf too fucking much. Too much for y'all to keep giving them passes for every little thing. Bitch, if something happened to you, tell me tonight. That's all the point I was trying to make. And if you don't, then you missed your opportunity. I don't want to hear it. Tell it to your therapist, bitch. I don't want to hear it at that point.
Imagine if AP was a judge.
I'd be just like that. So you're telling me the boy, he told you if you don't leave, then you must still capitulate with him. Listen, nigga, if she don't leave and she talking about some gnaw and you only need 2 minutes, you gonna make me deal with you all night and you ain't trying to give me the 2 minutes I'm trying to get, but I'm the bad guy, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
He said, I'd have apologized. I'd have took accountability. And you still mad? You still talking crazy?
And fucking making noise all while I'm trying
to break me down, bitch.
I'm just saying, man. I don't.
Okay.
Look, well, all I know is it's gonna be there in the morning, dog. Or just be off, you know, the coochie. You ain't got to take it.
Right. Listen, I don't.
I'm telling you, post-nut clarity is something else, man.
Damn, AP done made Joe Thompson make a comment. Hold on. You know he don't have a comment. He said, damn, AP, this a call for help. Joe, you be safe out there on the road now.
But he talking about me having to deal with women talking too fucking much. But this the point, right? Like you said, GMS, it'll be there in the morning, you can wait. That's the problem. They don't wait. And matter of fact, you ain't doing your job if they gotta wait.
Oh, and if you don't give it to them,
so if you don't give me,
reject it.
Yeah. Now let's say because guess what? I am like that. I'm not taking it. I'm not never taking it. But I'm finna fuck somebody else as soon as I can because I asked your bitch ass for 2 minutes, and whatever you had going on, you couldn't do it. So guess what? And that's who I've always been. So yeah, but now I got another dilemma because now I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to keep so many backup bitches. You know what I'm saying? But you forcing my hand to keep bitches on deck because you want to pick and choose when you want to get down. Now, if I did that, a woman would feel justified in her cheating. She would say that's why she cheated. She'll say the reason you turned her down is because you must be fucking with somebody else and all this other bullshit. And they will tell you later, well, when I needed you, you wasn't there for me. Like, this is the shit that be going on. That's why we gotta, when men run the goddamn country, we ain't have to worry about none of this shit. You can fuck your wife when you wanted to. No, well, soft ass niggas run the country now. Listen, I don't want to get in this shit.
I mean, you in it.
I'm just talking. Listen, some of the shit I be saying be shock factor. I be bullshitting, but
yeah,
to even it out, I still do believe we need to have some better verbiage in the goddamn laws, and that will stop these bitches from making all these ridiculous ass claims when you clearly are having a consensual relationship. And that's the real point I was trying to make.
Bam. I agree. And I mean, really, we could end on that if you want. I don't have
one more thing. And ladies, if you're not gonna fuck, go home.
Okay.
Why is you over here then?
Yeah.
And if you live there, let him go somewhere for a minute. And don't be mad.
Okay.
Can't be mad.
Bust that motherfucker.
I definitely have that rule. If I'm with somebody, I never say no, but I just feel like, because that's what we're in a relationship.
Not only that,
I want to be available for him, but
not only that, guess what? We do it all the time when we don't feel like it. We don't always fucking want it. But GMS with the attitude of waiting till the morning. What if you ain't in the mood in the morning?
Shit.
You was feeling it when you try to get at her. You was finna give her something the best dick of her life, but she missed it.
That's true.
Now she coming at you when you ain't really feeling like it, and now you finna give her some bullshit, you know. And she acting like you fucking did something wrong. I'm like, bitch, I was ready yesterday. I was ready.
He said, I felt like I popped a Bluetooth, bitch. You missed out.
But that's why your other friends get some good piping, because you go over there exactly when you want to. See, bitch, let me fuck what I want to. Moral of the story, bitch.
Moral of the story. Okay.
Look, when you write, you right.
When you write, you right.
That was a dope show, man.
It was.
She gonna cut the whole last 30 minutes off this bitch.
Listen, we are a wild show. You know, thank y'all for rocking with us. Make sure y'all like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and make sure y'all check out the audio as well.
And everybody that is in the chat right now, man, go to the comment section. Go to the comment section and leave a comment under this video, man. We want to see y'all in the comment section as well.
Yeah, and Packy should be back next week, y'all.
And hopefully he watched the goddamn movie.
Yeah, go see that movie if y'all ain't seen it, man, so we can go
watch
into
Sinners,
it
man.
for a short time next
Ryan
week.
Coogler, cut the check.
Peace out, y'all.